Buying a car in Carvana was so easy. I was able to finance it through them.
Whoa, wait, you mean finance?
Yeah, finance. Got pre-qualified for a Carvana auto loan, entered my terms, and shot from thousands of great car options all within my budget.
That's cool, but financing through Carvana was so easy.
Financed. Done. And I get to pick up my car from their Carvana vending machine tomorrow.
Financed.
Right, that's what I said.
You can spend time trying to pronounce financing, or you can actually finance and buy your car today on
Carvana.
Financing subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply.
Weight loss solutions are not one size fits all. Hers makes it simpler to get started and stick with a weight loss plan backed by expert-guided online care that puts your weight loss goals first. These include oral medication kits or compounded GLP-1 injections. Through hers, pricing for oral medication kits start at just $69 a month for a 10-month plan when paid in full upfront. No hidden fees, no membership fees. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hers brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first. Reach your weight loss goals with help through hers. Get started at forhers.com/4u to access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss plans. That's forhers.com/4u, forhers.com/4u. Paid for by Hims and Hers Health. Weight loss by Hers is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at forhers.com apply.
Shabooty and George, they stir the pot, spilling all the tea, hot and on the dot. 90-day Fridays, we're telling it all. Laughter and drama, we're having a ball.
Hey guys, this is Manny Perez, and check out my film for free, La Soga 3 Vengeance on Amazon Prime and Tubi. And also you are tuning in and hearing my voice via 90-Day Fiancé Fridays.
Welcome everybody to 90-Day Fiancé Fridays, and we have a special guest in the house, which is Manny Perez. He's a world famous, he's like a multifaceted, talented writer, director, actor. You've probably seen him on TV, and he has some amazing movies that I'm a big fan of, like La Soga, but it's like a trilogy, so you got to watch La Soga 1, 2, 3, and he has other movies. So Manny, how you doing?
I'm good, and it's a pleasure to be here finally. I know that we've chatted in the past, we're trying to get together, and it never happened. So finally, it's happening now.
You know, I was going to say before we started, you know, you're our resident, or you can be our resident, you know, DR Dominican Republic expert, but then one of our co-hosts is actually from the DR as well. So let me introduce you to, she's a big Star Trek fan. So let me introduce you to her. It's a female, but Captain Piccard is her alias.
Hello, Manny. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hey, how are you? Good. It's a pleasure.
And she's seen La Soga.
Oh, she did? Okay.
Yes, and actually today I was looking up the other two because I only saw the first one. It was a while ago, but today's actually the 16th anniversary of the day the movie came out.
Oh,
what? It
wow.
came out, it was released September 12th, 2009.
Wow, that's pretty, damn, girl, that's amazing. That's great.
No,
not that
I had it at the top of my head. I just looked it up because I wanted to see if I can see parts 2 and 3 on my app. And then I saw that the background about the movie, you know how they give you the IMDb stuff?
Yeah.
It said it was released today. And I was like, oh shit, what a coincidence. He's going to be on our podcast. And today's the anniversary of the release of the movie.
That means you got to see part 2 and part 3.
I'm trying to find a streaming service where I can see it for free, but then if not, I'll just pay for it.
Yeah, no, you can actually, I think Amazon Prime has it.
Amazon Prime has it
and
for $3.99, so that's where I'm going to probably go because I have Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. And also like Tubi has it as well, but
yeah, the third one is on Prime without an additional charge or whatever.
Exactly.
And I just watched it recently, and I loved it, and it was amazing. And yeah,
thanks, man.
All of his work. And and then the cool part too is like the La Soga 2. I actually saw it in person, like where Manny had a screening in like Silver Spring, Maryland, not far from the Discovery headquarters. And anyway, he had a screening there, and now he invited me, and then I saw it in person, and then he did a Q&A afterwards. So then I'm pretty shy in person, but then I went up to the mic and asked him some questions and stuff.
That was great. No, it was awesome, dude. And I thank you again for being there for me, because that meant a lot, dude.
Yeah, no, that's how you know I'm if you get me out of my shell, then you know I'm like a real fan.
Exactly.
But look, so so everyone go watch La Soga and look up Manny Perez. Oh, and then you've been in like a bunch of television shows. Oh, and then one of our co-hosts, Gina, she's a big like Donnie Wahlberg fan. So I know you were on like those, right?
Yeah, I was on. I've done what is it? Blue
Bloods.
Sorry, I've done that show like 3 times. So yeah, it's like 4 times. It's a great show. It's a great cast, and they're great.
It
people.
was, yeah, it really was. So, but now they're doing, I think, Boston Blue, which is filmed in Toronto.
Oh, really? It's not filmed in Boston?
No.
Oh shit! Oh wow!
Oh, and then Manny, my other co-host is George Massey. He's kind of like he's multi-talented like you, and he's a great radio personality. And so, George, say hi to Manny.
Nice to meet you, Manny.
Hey, George, a pleasure, man.
Yeah, it's amazing to have you on. I'm kind of in awe, So I've seen a lot of your work, and I've seen how many different talents that you have, and how you can be in front of the screen and behind the camera and directing, and so I'm very much in awe. So it's interesting to hear you and hear your perspective.
Well, no, thank you. I'm looking forward to chatting with you guys.
Yeah, and then like in La Soga 3, like you show off the beauty of like the DR, the Dominican Republic. You show off the beauty of the country, like the visuals are stunning in it. And I think like people, a lot of the 90 Day Fiancé fans, they're the most traveling mofos on the planet. So you probably don't need to convince them, but other people, just watching the stunning visuals of the country, the beauty of the country, I think would make a lot of people want to visit,
No, that's great. Well, the country is beautiful, and actually, it's funny. I was told that last year and this year, the DR has been the Caribbean place to go for tourism, which is great. So it's filled with tourists everywhere you go.
Yes, and it kind of filters into our show that we watch, 9 Day Fiancé, because a lot of people go over to the DR and they come back either pregnant or with a fiance. So it features into what we're talking about, because a lot of times we watch the people, they go over to the DR, and I tell people they caught a vacation stray, and they end up bringing somebody back with them because they either got pregnant or they fell in love. So it's definitely, the country has a lot to offer in different aspects, because people, they go there for the beauty, and then they end up marrying somebody and bringing them back.
That's right. And my Dominican dudes are all about getting the visa, the passport. So you know how it is.
Yeah, we learned.
They see a white woman and like, I'm gonna grab that one.
Yeah, we learned about, I think they call it Sanky Panky is what we heard someone call it, and it's the Dominican guys that they get a job at a resort, and they do their part, right? They get really buff. They make themselves, look really attractive to the American women, and they hook them. I call it like fishing. They hook those American women, and then they either knock them up or propose to them, or both. And then they move on up to the United States, and they live the dream. So
that is true.
we see it a lot on 90 Day Fiancé, so it's really interesting to. But I wanted to ask you a question, right? So I was reading some of your background, and it says that you're one of 11 siblings.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious, what is that like? Like, because I was the youngest of 3, and I was like super, super needy. I needed my mom to tell me I was amazing all the time. So like, what is that like? Because you clearly are an amazing human being, but what was that like, having to compete with the attention of different siblings like that? Because I can't imagine.
Well, I got to tell you, dude, it was amazing. And I'm truly blessed that I come from a family of 11 brothers and sisters. My mom my dad and my mom didn't have time to be watching TV. So it was just like, hey, let's go to bed again. And do the nasty.
That was the entertainment.
That's funny. I'm actually number 10 from 10 siblings. So yeah,
That's
and we're
funny.
pretty much back to back. So
Yeah, no, Sam, I'm number 10 out of 11. So there you go.
Oh,
So yeah, I'm number 10 of 11. And the way that the way that my family had us set up is that the oldest takes care of the one that follows him, and then the other one takes care of the one that follows him.
yeah, it's like a
So it's like
domino.
in pairs. You're always in pair, you know?
see, I wish I grew up like that. Like I grew up in Louisiana and I was the youngest, and I think I'm 6 years younger than my brother or my sister and brother. Well, 6 years and 7 years. And they looked at it as I was the unwanted sibling. So I was always also they're lighter in color than me. So they told me I was adopted. Then they also told me that they found me in a dumpster. And it was always like a huge like sibling rivalry, and I really wish that I grew up where we actually got along. Like as adults, like we've mended that and we're really close. But like growing up, it was always we were competing with each other, and I wish that we had that where we looked out for each other and we encouraged each other. But we just didn't grow up like that.
Yeah.
Now, Manny, were you born in the Dominican Republic?
Yeah, I was. I was born there. I came here when I was 10 years old.
Oh,
So I lived. Go ahead.
What part were you born in?
Santiago, a little town called. It's like the mountainside. It's called Baitoa.
Okay,
Oh.
I've been to Santiago, to San Jose de las Matas.
Oh, that's beautiful out there.
Yes, it's very
They got
beautiful.
some beautiful women in San Jose de las Matas.
I've been there and to a little town called El Rubio.
Yeah, I've been to El Rubio. And again, they have the best patronales. Patronales is guys. It's like it's where it's like they
It's
take
like carnival.
exactly. It's a carnival. Like it lasts 10 days.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like carnival for 10 days. It's really, really nice. Really nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say Captain Piccard. You may think she's like a Star Trek nerd, but she's actually like good looking.
Well, I wouldn't say good. I mean, I'm getting old already, so. But I had my time.
That's where it is.
Got her heyday in the hay, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I sure did.
She spent quite a bit of time in the hay, actually. Which...
I sure did. I'm well traveled.
Hey, let me ask you, like, I know there's like not to get about Sanky Panky. I know there's an actual Sanky Panky movie. I haven't had a chance to watch it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there is a Sanky. It's called Sanky Panky. It's a comedy. It's not my cup of tea, but if people want to watch it, they should, because it's like slapstick comedy, and that's not my type of thing. But it has a story.
True, yeah, you're more of a badass type. You're not like
I'm more of a drama dude, bro. I love drama and shoot 'em up type of movies,
Yeah, like there. Okay, and then another like 90-day Dominican kind of topic is like bachata is like a big like thing nowadays in the current season of 90 Day Fiance, because there's this chick she lives in Virginia, but she's big into bachata. So like, is that your scene at all?
Yeah, no, it's bachata. Let's get the wording right, dude. Bachata.
My bad.
See, that's so funny because our other.
Thank you so much for saying that.
Yeah,
it drives me insane when she says bachata.
Bachata.
I say it wrong.
It drives me mental.
Exactly. But bachata sounds like a cream for when you have the scratches. It's like, let's put this bachata on you because there's a cream to calm you down.
That's funny.
No, bachata, yeah, it's a Dominican dance. It's in DR we have merengue, we have bachata. Those are like and then we have perico ripiao, which is also another type of dance, but it's faster than merengue. And then we have salsa, but salsa is more Cuban, Puerto Rican than anything else.
Yeah. So there's a girl on 90 Day Fiance. Her name is like Cara, and then she's into bachata. I hope I'm not.
There you go.
she's like over the top obsessed. Like, so she's like one of those white girls that's like, she's like Miss Bachata 2025. Like that's her whole shtick. So she's like.
I kind of think she's got a little bit of Spanish in her, right? I feel like she has something in there, but she definitely took it and ran with it. Like, you know how when some people have like 2% like African in them, then they're wearing like African outfits and headdresses. Like, I feel like she took it to that extent.
Gotcha.
Well, I'll have to send you some of her music, and then you tell me if it's like any good.
Okay,
Well,
well,
yeah.
cool.
We definitely I wanted someone who knows what it's supposed to sound like. Because, for me, I don't know what it's supposed to sound like. So I'll listen to it. I'm like, oh, it's pretty good. But, if you don't know anything about the genre and what it's.
Excuse me.
So wait, do you think it's bad?
I mean, it's not her music is not the song. Her last song, the Criminal song, that one is not bad. It's a little catchy tune, but I've heard worse, to be honest. I've heard worse, but I mean, it's okay. It's not terrible, but it's not I wouldn't buy the CD,
So wait, do you think maybe? Yeah, you know how Beyonce put out a country album, and
I wouldn't buy it. Yeah, I wouldn't buy the CD.
So yeah, maybe it's like a homage to.
It's like a song that goes like if her whole CD was English and then she threw in one Spanish one. That's where like it fits in.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but it's not terrible. It's really not terrible. It's better than the other one.
I'm not gonna buy a CD with her trying to sing or pronounce bachata when I know dang well it's bachata, and it's that song, that music gene has been going on for years, so it's nothing new.
But is it like?
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Like flattering when like a white girl puts out a song and calls it bachata, or do you guys look at it as, what is this? Like, what are you doing? Stick with what you know? Like, I always wonder that.
Well, are you asking me? Because I mean that I will be in shock if I hear a bachata sung by a white woman. It just be like, wait, who are you hanging out with?
Well, prepared to be shocked, because you gotta listen to Kara's song.
Yeah, we're gonna send you some music of hers, and maybe we can get like you can record a reaction to it.
Okay,
just because
that sounds good.
I always wonder that, because I know, a lot of times music is specific to a certain culture and a certain, like, if you didn't grow up in that culture, you'll never really understand, how that music originated. So I always wonder when I hear, other people dabbling, because, it's very popular nowadays for people to dabble in other genres of music. I wonder, like, the people who grew up and lived it, I was like, how do y'all feel about that? So yeah, we'll love to hear your reaction to it and see if you think that if she did it justice, or you think that this is just something ridiculous. Like, I love to know that.
Okay, well, cool, man. Looking forward to it.
You will.
No.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad, Manny. It's not that bad.
Like, Manny, like I remember I'd interviewed you, like years ago and it was on my former blog, but like there was one interesting story that I recall from like La Soga, where, so for people that don't know La Soga, well, I guess Captain Piccard would know, but like La Soga translates into like the butcher.
No, the rope.
Oh, then okay, well, my bad. But anyway, the movie though, it's about a butcher.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then so like, but there's a scene where like a pig gets slaughtered or whatever, and then in the movie, but then the kind of PETA people there were people that were concerned, and then Manny explained to me like, it wasn't like done for the movie. He went to a real butcher in, a real town that every morning slaughters a pig, like that's his job. So they just happened to film it for the movie. So it wasn't like they went and killed a pig for the sake of the movie. It happens in that village every morning, and they filmed it on the film. So it wasn't like they didn't go kill an extra.
Yeah, but why would they get mad at that? They have scenes where people visit towns where they're killing chickens and stuff like that all the time. Like when we had the one in Africa, she went to Africa and they were killing the chickens right there and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they know that these countries, that's the way we get down. We butcher our meat fresh.
Exactly. No, that's how they. I mean, that's how they make money. That's how they feed the town. Certain days they kill certain. For example, on Tuesdays and Thursdays they kill pigs, and then on Wednesdays they kill a cow.
They do the cow.
Yeah. So it's all it's how they live. So I had explained that to Peter because they were angry when they watched the film, but then they understood that we did not pay the butcher to kill the pig. We just we filmed it as, for example, like he kills a pig every Tuesday at 6:30 in the morning, right? So we got there at 6:35 and we're like, what happened? He's like, well, the pig's already dead. And I'm like, what the hell? He's like, you come back on Thursday, but be here because at 6:30, I'm killing the pig. So we got there on Thursday. We got there at 5 in the morning, set up the camera, did everything, wait for him to do his thing. And then we just shot him doing his thing. So that's exactly what you see in the film. So they appreciated the fact that I was
clarified that.
Yeah. And I was loyal to the way the butcher does his job,
Right.
Yeah, you didn't say like do some crazy shit. That's
No. I didn't say exactly. I didn't pay the butcher to be like killing a pig because we missed the shot. None of that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting film, man. It's and the film is based on a real guy who actually the government paid to kill these deported dudes who were in the country acting like they were above the law. So it's pretty interesting. And it's based on that guy and like how he took care of these above the law the deportees,
Mm-hmm. So Manny, are you working on a new movie or what's...
Yeah, I'm working on another movie that I wrote. See, the thing is, I act, here in the States in TV shows and indie films and Hollywood films, but my love is to write and produce my films and direct them. So I wrote another film that I want to shoot in the DR for next year. So I'm always, I guess my creative juices are always trying to, keep me going and not wait for the phone to ring, So that's what I love to do.
Like, are you one of those people where you can sit in your office in your home and like write a script, or do you have to like go out of your house and go to like Starbucks on your laptop and write a script? Like, where are you more creative?
No, I'm more creative in my home. Every time I've tried that going to Starbucks and I end up looking at everyone and I'm thinking, damn, I didn't write anything because I love to people watch. Mm-hmm. So the problem is I will start watching people and not do the job, which is to write. So I just lock myself in my room and just start writing. And, sometimes I get the juices. Sometimes I just write a sentence and then I'm like, damn. So the next day I come back and hopefully, I'll continue writing.
Manny, what kind of scripts do you prefer writing? Like, are you drama? Are you crime? What is your favorite to write?
Well, scripts that are sort of based on true events. It's what I love to do. I love to take especially what's happening in the DR. I mean, I love my country, but there's a lot of injustice there. And I feel like I need to show the world what's happening there. Because hopefully maybe these corrupt politicians will change their ways. I don't know, but I want to show the truth. So I usually try to incorporate true events or stuff that's happening in the island.
I saw one, a pretty good one the other day that was based about Dominican Republic. It was called Hotel Copelia.
Yeah.
Guys, that is a really good movie. And it has the English subtitles. It's a very, very good movie about the 1965 revolution. And I was like, you know what? More people need to write about our history because it brings a lot of attention to our country and it brings revenue because you start seeing more people going to the movies when they can relate to what's going on in the movie or the country,
Exactly. And it's actually a great film.
It's an excellent film.
Yeah, it's shot by a friend of mine, this director, Jose Maria Cabral, which by the way, I did a film of his that is premiering next Friday at the New York Latino Film Festival down in Regal Theater on Union Square. If you guys are in New York, it's called Tigre, and it's based on his based on his.
I think I saw something for that.
Really, yeah, no, it's
Because
based.
I do a lot of reading on movies, upcoming movies. I like to
Gotcha.
research Latino actors, directors, and things like that. I really enjoy movies, especially movies that have to do with Latin America, the Caribbean, things like that.
Oh no,
I watch a lot of
that's great.
Brazilian movies with the subtitles, of course.
Got you. City of God is one of
City
the
of
best
God is
Brazilian
excellent
films
movie.
ever.
Excellent movie, City of God.
It's one of my favorite, you know.
Yes. And City of Men. City of Men. I saw that one.
Yeah. So yeah, no, this film is playing at the Regal on Union Square next Friday at 7:15 p.m. If anyone is in, it's called Tigre. It's based on his life, how when he was young, you know, he comes from what they call in the DR, hijo de papi mami, which comes from like the rich
royal
side
privilege.
of the island. Exactly, royal, exactly. So what they do is that they used to send these kids to a camp, right? So they can become more tigre. Tigre means they'll become more of a hustler. They come more of like more street, you know?
Yeah, more thug.
More thug, that's the word. That's a good one, thug. So they send these dudes, right? These rich parents just send their kids to this camp so they can become thug. And so I play the guy that trains these kids to become thug. It's a great story, guys. It's a great story.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'll be looking forward to watching. I'm not in New York at the time.
Got you. Okay.
But I'll be looking forward to watching it in the theaters if it comes to the theaters or down, stream it on an app.
Exactly.
So
Soon.
Like, I guess I'll ask a few more questions, but Manny, so like when you were younger though, did you like what bug did you have first? Like, did the acting bug hit you first, or did the writing bug, or directing? Like, what was the first thing that kind of won you over?
Well, see, coming from a family of 11 brothers and sisters, I was always the clown in the family. I was the actor, you know, so I always acted for them, stupid shit, just doing stupid shit. So the clown. So that was my bug. So when I came to the United States, I was like, dude, I think here I'm gonna become the actor that I always dreamed of. And that's what I did. I started taking acting classes at a church, at a local church. And then from there, I went to high school. From high school, I went to college, major in acting, got a BA from Marymount Manhattan College in New York. And then I started doing a lot of off-Broadway shows, and that's how it went. And then indie films and series, Hollywood films. And then all of a sudden I was like, man, I'm sick of playing the thug, you know? So how can I make Hollywood look at me differently? So that's when I started writing. The first script I co-wrote with a friend was called Washington Heights. It's a great film. We shot it in my apartment in Washington Heights. At the time it won, when Tribeca opened, the first year of Tribeca, we won an honorable mention for best film. And then from there, everything took off. So then I was like, wow. So then all of a sudden Hollywood was like looking at me, not just a thug, but more like he's Latino, but he's got a heart. Let's give him different jobs than a thug. So that's how it happened.
Yeah, it's easy to get cast typed in that industry, because if you play a villain very good, then everybody starts hiring you to play villain.
Exactly. So you got to show them a different card.
Yeah, you got to take different roles.
Exactly. You got to show them a different side of you, not just a thug, but just a guy who's trying to get by, you know?
That's good. I'm really excited to, see your work in the future, you know?
Well, thank you.
I'm really excited about that. And I'm really excited about mostly you filming in the Dominican Republic and bringing attention to the issues and, through film, through the issues and the way of life, and portraying the poor, the bad and the good parts too, because you got to show the bad parts and the good parts of the country.
No, of course. I mean, that's the only way to show a good film, a good story is to
Yes.
show the reality of where we stand and where we are, and and what is happening in these countries that people think is just.
You know what's crazy? On 90 Day Fiance, we had a couple that actually we had two couples, but the first couple we had was, I think, Chantel and Pedro, that went to the Dominican Republic, and they showed the country. They went to the campo and everything, and the way of life of the campo. You get there, especially when you're traveling from the States, and the family makes you a big, sancocho and food, and they cook outside on the grill, whatever it is, la leña, so they were doing that, and the family, her family, they were like, "Oh, I'm not getting out the car. I'm not eating that." The way they behave towards that really made a lot of people like, okay, you're not giving these people a chance. Okay, that they're poor, they don't live, in a fancy mansion, but this is life for them. This is the way of life that they love, and they're showing you love and welcoming you through food, and you're not appreciating that. So I think a lot of people started seeing the country for the first time through the 90 Day Fiance, seeing that there's poor parts and there's, it's not all beaches and resort.
But you know what's amazing about my people, my country, what I love, is that they have nothing. They have they're eating, old rice or whatever, and they give that away to whomever comes to their houses.
If you show up at my house at the time of dinner, if you show up at the house, they take everything off everybody else's plate that they were going to serve, and they put it on the guest's plate.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. It's that's the beauty of our culture. I feel like our people, they welcome anyone and everyone, and they feed them without having much to feed with.
Yes, and they always have a special plate and their fancy plate and glass.
Lowe's knows how to help make your home holiday ready for less. Get Select Style Selections vinyl flooring for just $1.99 per square foot and have it installed before the festivities begin. Our team can help you every step of the way. See a Lowe's Red Vest associate or visit Lowes.com/holiday install to get started. Lowe's, we help, you save. Basic install only. Date restrictions apply. Subject to availability. Installed by independent contractors. See associate for details. Contiguous U.S. only.
For the guest.
The guest plate,
yeah,
and the guest silverware, and the guest cup,
the guest
and
stuff. They put out the new plate, the special glass, and the special fork and spoon for the guests.
Exactly. It's crazy.
That you thought, growing up, only Jesus Christ can use that.
Yeah.
Not to there's this guy, I don't want to get too into it, but there's this guy, Johan, that was on the show, and he tried to set up a meat kind of store, but he wasn't refrigerating the meat, and then I don't know. I don't think the store survived very long because he's just a bad business guy.
I think that was made for the TV, because in this day and age in the Dominican Republic, they all have refrigerators. Nobody's gonna cut up a pig and then just sit it on the counter and let the flies roam around it. Nobody does that anymore.
But also I have to say that. They have a refrigerator, but they have these blackouts. So last 12
load shedding.
God damn, bro. So everybody has iPhones, iPhone 16, 7, whatever, 14, and they don't have electricity.
Electricity.
That makes me wonder. I think we're going backwards,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, okay, Veronica and Manny. So do you have any famous friends you want to name drop?
I got a lot, bro. But I mean, if I name drop, how is that gonna help me? You know what I'm saying?
Or just name one. Just name one.
Well, I know a lot of people, dude. I mean, I know a lot of people.
I've seen your credits, acting and directing, and I was gonna say the names that you could drop, because first of all, you've been in the game for a really long time, and you've done both. You've made movies, you've starred in movies, you've done TV shows, you've directed. I think that the names that you could drop would be very, very crazy, but at the end of the day, you know, people who have famous friends, they don't actually drop names. They don't really do that.
True.
True.
All right. Well,
oh wait. I do want to ask you one question. So I know
Sure.
that you're an actor, you're a director, you're a writer. So when have you ever been on a set and you were in the acting role and you feel like you were being directed horribly? How do you turn off the director aspect of your mind? Because I know, like, when you see something being done and you know it could be done better, you want to improve it. But like, I know you have to respect the director that you might be working under. So like, how do you turn off the director idea and go into that acting mode? Because I know in your mind you're like, oh, this scene would be so much better if we do it this way. So how do you do that?
Well, good question, dude. I actually that's happened many times, but I respect the director. I respect his space. I respect his set. So I'm just the actor, and I try to take my directing antennas away, throw them away, and just be, hey, I'm focused on the acting. What exactly does he want here? And I give him that, and that's all.
It's hard though, right? I feel like it's hard because you're such a creative mind, and I know you're always looking at a scene and you're thinking of the best way to portray that scene. So I know it has to be really difficult to turn that off.
No, it is, but I try to just stick to, with what the director wants and please him, and that's it.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like when you go to work every day. Every time people tell me about their manager, I'm like, oh, your manager seems like an idiot. But you have to respect your manager. To get the job done, you have to do what they ask you. So I guess it works the same way.
It works the same way.
Yeah, you show up and you give them what they want, but in the back of your mind, you're like, I could have made this way better, right? Like, I could have made this way better.
No, that's true. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you try to make it better, but they don't want it. You're like, shit, okay, well, that's what you want. I'll give you this. But, you can have this if you want, but they don't want that. So I'm like, whatever. I'll give you whatever you want.
Yeah, sometimes your vision is always different from their vision, and it's difficult because I was like, as an actor, it's easy to just show up and give you what the director asked, but when you're wearing both hats, I know that it's very confusing for an actor / director. Like, it's very confusing.
No, it is. It is.
True. George, should we ask Manny to record like an audio drop, like an intro thing?
Oh yeah. Let's get an audio intro drop. Yeah, let's do that. I like the idea.
Manny, can you do this is all being recorded, so can you do a thing where you say, well, you can say whatever you want. Like, you can say, hey, this is Manny Perez. Check out La Soga 3 on Amazon Prime, and you're listening to 90 Day Fiancé Fridays.
Okay. Hey guys, this is Manny Perez, and check out my film for free, La Soga 3 Vengeance on Amazon Prime and Tubi. And also, you are tuning in and hearing my voice via 90 Day Fiancé Fridays.
Perfect.
Is that good?
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Pleasure.
As a consummate professional, you just
right.
You're
on
so funny.
How you're dealing with somebody who's been in the game for a long time. One take is all it takes.
You're funny.
And he remembered the name of the podcast. He didn't forget his lines.
He didn't fumble. He took directions.
Thank you.
Not to call anybody out, but we've had people where it took 4 or 5 takes to get that done.
Oh, so, really? God.
Yeah. So I just want to bring up how talented you are, because somebody who can get something done on one take. That's like what was her name? Whitney Houston could get a song done on one take. Not very many people are on that one take level, so you are definitely on that level.
No, well, thanks, dudes. Really appreciate it.
All right.
No problem.
Thank you for joining us. And obviously, you have an open invite whenever. Well, now we got to get you to watch 90 Day Fiancé, so then you can join us and then talk about 90 Day Fiancé.
But where is it playing?
Like TLC airs it.
And HBO Max.
And
HBO
Discovery
Max
Plus.
Yeah, HBO Max and Discovery Plus. They all have it.
I will check it out. I'll check it out and let you know once I see it.
Yeah, let us know. There's a lot of Dominican Republic influence on the show. There's a lot of people who go over there. Like I said, they go over there and come back with a husband or a wife. So I would love to hear your input on that.
Especially the ones from the UK. Especially from the ones from the UK too.
Yeah.
That's very funny. I'm gonna check that out.
I know you're a busy, prominent guy, so we don't want to hold you up. So We appreciate your time.
Well, thank you guys. It's a pleasure again, man. Thank you so much.
It was a
for your help.
pleasure. It was a pleasure. Meeting you, speaking to you, and I look forward to seeing your works in the future, Manny.
Same. Thank you so much again, guys.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Love
You're
having
welcome. Thank
Take care.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. That was Manny Perez. That was amazing to talk to him and change up the show, talk to some.
Yo, I was starstruck. That's so crazy. Because it's a podcast, but I recognize his voice from movies and TV and stuff. Like, that's crazy. I was starstruck.
I was looking at his IMDb and I'm like, oh my God, he was on New York Undercover. I was like 10 watching New York Undercover. I probably shouldn't have been watching.
I remember that show too, actually. I remember that show.
Yeah. And then I stopped watching it when they killed off Eddie, Michael DeLorenzo. So then I stopped watching.
Was he the lighter guy or the darker guy?
He was the Hispanic.
Oh, they killed him off. Good Lord. He was like, that's crazy. I was too young. I don't remember anything, but I used to watch that. The funny part is my mom used to watch it because she liked the darker. Yeah, so I remember that show. But yeah, that was crazy. That was a lot of fun. Shabooty, thanks for pulling that out of the hat. That was a lot of fun. I had a good time.
Yeah, me too.
You never know what to expect on this podcast.
That's true.
Yeah,
you never know.
It was a nice treat.
And I can't wait. I can't wait to hear his input on the show and especially the swanky.
Don't forget to send him the Cara songs.
Yeah, the Cara song. Yeah, I want to hear what he has to say about Cara's Bachata. Did I say it right?
Yes, you gotta emphasize the T.
Bachata.
That's right.
Bachata, yeah. I want to hear what he thinks about it too, because a lot of people sent Beyonce's music to some big Reba McEntire or Garth Brooks, and they all laughed. So I would love to hear what he has to say about that.
The dynamic of JLP and him, because he probably was shocked. He's like, how the hell you got a Dominican on here? Is this a ringer co-host?
Just because I wasn't born in the Dominican Republic doesn't mean I'm not Dominican. I mean, I went there every summer of my childhood life growing up. I married into my first husband was a Dominican, and my parents are Dominican. So I mean, I go to the country every chance I get to visit family. So I'm pretty much Dominican.
I didn't mean it in the way that you're not Dominican. I just mean like
how you get somebody.
You got two Dominicans in one room, and this is how the interview turned out.
It was funny because they were talking, and then they just started speaking like different language, and I was like, "Oh, I feel like
we started making click sounds."
I was like, I feel like I'm not part of this now. I don't even know what they're saying.
No, just a couple words. Like the campo. I don't know how you guys say. Like I don't want to say the woods because it's not the woods. It's like the camp. Like the countryside. The countryside.
Yeah, the simple life.
Before we shift into like 90 Day Fiance land, let me just read a couple of the comments in the live chat, which is like Pineapple Girl, who's obviously our biggest supporter and very kind. She says that was phenomenal. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just reading these live. But anyway, I think that was the main. But anyway, I think people are gonna love the interview, and yeah, and George liked it, and it was I think everyone had George had that really good question of like, how do you shut off the director brain when you're acting? So I think everybody brought really good questions to the table. So that was amazing. All right, now let me go to my topics list so we get real messy.
Oh yeah, because we didn't do the other way this week, and it was the premiere, so we actually have to react to the premiere episode because we didn't do it that day. So I feel like it's been all these days, so I have to go back and reread everything because I was like, damn, I don't even remember what it was about because it's been all these days.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at my live tweets. Let me see. Let me pull up my tweets. But yeah, we just talk about that. So there was let's talk about the blonde chick, Chloe.
Oh yeah, so Chloe and what's his name? Johnny. He's the 32-year-old from Aruba who looks 46.
He's a pirate.
And he's a pirate.
Is he originally from Aruba or he's an expat living in Aruba?
We haven't really met him so much yet.
Because
Like,
I don't think he's originally from Aruba.
No,
really?
he is. He is. I kind of not followed him, but looked at his followers. So there's a lot of Portuguese influence and Spanish influence in Aruba, and he's actually Portuguese.
Okay, that's okay.
Oh.
Yeah, because he's not from. I heard him talking, and I was like, this guy has like a Spanish kind of Latino accent.
Yeah, they have a mixed Spanish Portuguese dialect in Aruba.
Okay,
It's
no,
called
that explains it.
something completely different language, something with a P.
Oh.
You know, what's funny is I'll give Chloe a little credit. This isn't related to necessarily the show, but as far as social media, she apparently, I forget what it's called, but you know when you do like a green screen type thing on like TikTok where you're like in the bottom right hand corner and there's a screen of your screenshot. So she went on Reddit and was kind of reacting to the like people talking shit about her on Reddit in like a Instagram video. So I'll give her credit for like making fun, laughing at the fans making fun of her.
Oh, I saw that. And she did one today where she read her mean comments,
He
which is always.
responded to one of my tweets too.
Yeah,
Wait,
she did.
Which tweet?
Yeah.
When I said, "Good luck finding that bleach in Aruba,"
Yeah.
the hair
Oh,
bleach,
yeah, she did
and she
react.
said, "Little do you know, they have it."
Yeah.
I did see that. Yeah, she definitely has taken, because yeah, she was reading her mean tweets, and that has always been one of my favorite segments. I don't remember what show originated doing that, but when they get the celebrity to read all of their mean tweets, which I'm obsessed with that segment. So sometimes I wish that we did that more. Like we should go pick like a Darcy post and go read all the mean tweets. I feel like we're missing gems because these comments are like insane.
Yeah, I think we don't want to give away our next move, but I was gonna suggest that as well because some of the comments that I see on my timeline have me in stitches laughing.
Oh,
Like,
so it's not just me. So
yeah, I was like, that would be kind of funny just to recap on, pick out the funniest ones and read those out.
Yeah. When she reposted JLP's meme, I was a little jealous. I was like, damn, why can't she repost my meme and make fun of me?
Well, you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. The show is just one episode in.
Yeah, we're just one episode in. Oh, so Chloe is the one that said that she makes over $100,000 a year, working for her mother in a logistics company, and now she's leaving that job to move to Aruba. So, how many people? Well, I think Shabooty, you already answered this on Instagram. But I was gonna say, how many people think that she was actually had any intention whatsoever of living in Aruba? Sure of hands, I'm gonna not raise my hand.
I think she's doing it for clout, just to piss people off. Like, oh, look at this rich girl. Why is she on 90 Day Fiancé? If she got so much money, she has time to this and that. So I think it's just like a boost for her. Probably some shit she's probably selling on social media or to boost her business. But nobody in their right mind leaves $100,000 salary living at home and being a spoiled brat, getting everything she wants. Because
if she's working for her mama, she can work for the logistics company from Aruba. All you need is an internet connection.
She's not going to do shit in Aruba, but chase that pirate around.
Yeah, because he's banging every American tourist.
She already said he was in Florida with some other chicks.
And didn't invite her. Yeah, exactly. So do you guys think she's actually rich though? Because I saw one of the comments on Reddit that she read where they were like, oh, here we go again, another girl pretending that she rich. And they were like, you strategically placed that LV bag in the shot. A lot of people on the show, they strategically try to make it look like they're rich. Like Tiger Lily is the queen of it. I mean, it started with Darcy and Stacey. Darcy and Stacey used to try to sell us that they were millionaires in the beginning. And then Tiger Lily is kind of taking the baton where she's like, oh, I'm just rich. I drive a Lamborghini and I just buy $5,000 napkins. And so do you guys really buy into the fact that Chloe is really rich, or you think this is just another person pretending to be rich on TV?
I'm not going to say she's rich. I'm going to say she's up there, maybe, because she's young and she lives at home and she makes money, so she doesn't have any bills. So if she's making that kind of money and she doesn't have to pay any bills, then she probably has a little nest egg.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she has like fuck you money, but I know Boston area is pretty expensive. So
Yeah, she
Oh,
probably
okay.
has that that inheritance, or her mom and dad pay for everything. Like she's kept reiterating that she's so spoiled and she gets everything she wants.
And
So
like, so I did a couple of Instagram posts on her, and again, I'm not saying this was like Gina level cyber sleuthing, but it wasn't bad. So there was like and then for the premiere night when it was airing on Sunday night, was it Sunday or Monday? Monday night, right?
Monday, yeah.
Monday night, my bad. So she was all excited that she was on TV. So I guess she was like, I don't know if it's like a bar or restaurant, but she was out and about. And then with like her friends at like a bar, let's say. And then so she's posting, her friends are posting shit on Instagram. And then you with like the screen at the bar or the restaurant had 90 Day Fiancé on the television. And then anyway, there's like a pit, what's it called? Like a pinnacle or whatever. I forget what it's called, but like a thing that kind of hangs down like a sports pinnacle. I think it's called a pinnacle. But anyway, that thing was like hanging down. So it said, I looked it up and it said Northeastern Huskies. And apparently that's for like, that was hanging in the bar. So that's like Northeastern University, which is like in Boston. So long story long, her ass is back in Boston and not in Aruba anymore. Not that
Of course.
of
Of course.
course, you think
I-
she's really gonna live in Aruba? Come
I
on.
tweeted this out because let's go back a little bit and remember that Ariella and Biniam started on 90 Day Fiancé the other way, and Ariella revealed to us while she was still in Ethiopia that she had already applied for a K1 visa for Biniam. We all know how that went, and also let's not forget that Sarper and Shekinah or Shakarper also started on 90 Day Fiancé the other way. And we know that Shekinah had zero intention of ever moving to Turkey. She planned one trip to Turkey. No, actually, I think she planned 2 trips to Turkey. And that got her 2 seasons. Actually, 3 seasons now that I'm looking back, because they're about to be on the last resort. Damn, that did work. But this is, so my tweet that I put out on Monday, I was like, so 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way franchise is basically just a segue for people to get onto the show so they can get onto the regular 90 Day Fiancé. No one actually really moves to another country. And I think Jenny and Submit might really be the only
ones that did it. And
yeah.
and
isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and crazy enough. And crazy enough is because Jenny was honest about her finances. I'm broke, and I'm gonna retire. I'm retired age. I'm broke. I have no place to live. I'm giving it all up to move to India. And she didn't, she went over there. Now she's living with their mom. I think that's kind of like a stretch, though. But still, if these people come on, they're portraying like they have all this money and their face is full of Botox and shit. But then I'm gonna go live I'm gonna go live in a third world country, knowing that shit is not true.
And then, yeah, to follow up too, so then I did a second Instagram post. So one of my commenters in the comment section of my post said, this is their quote, quote, I live in Aruba, and he meaning like Johnny, his name is Johnny, whatever, I think, the pirate. He was just interviewed on our local radio station yesterday. All he did was complain about her. So I guess it was over even before it began.
Yeah, I think they remind me of the couple on Love in Paradise, the girl with the Sherlon, and I forgot. I think her name was Ashley or Amber Sherlon.
Oh, Amber, yeah.
From Jamaica, that she had the baby. They named him Odin.
Yeah, I forgot.
She went over there. That. She went over there trying to force him to marry her and be a father and bring him to the U.S. And he was like, nope, 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 nope.
Yeah, not only did he not marry her, but he didn't even
Yeah, he was like, he didn't want no parts of that shit.
I mean, well, what did she expect? She went over there on vacation and got knocked up. Because I remember when she came back when she was pregnant, she was like, oh, we're going to be a family. And he was looking at her like, family with who? He was like, why would I want to be a family with you? He was
like, I didn't sign up for this shit.
Right? He was like, you can take you and your baby and go back to where you came from.
He was probably surprised by the fact that she kept the baby and wanted to make it work. It was like, usually the women that come here on vacation and I bang out, they go home happy, and then I don't see them again till their next vacation. But this one here, she's playing for keeps.
He was a stage 5 clinger. And it's funny because he didn't have anything to offer, right?
And he did everything but tell her straight to her face, I do not want to be with you, and I don't give a fuck about this baby.
Yeah, I mean, he basically said it in so many words.
In so many words. You're like, I don't give a fuck about this baby.
Right, because she was like, well, when I go back, what's going to happen to our relationship? He's like, just go back.
What relationship?
Go back. He's like, just go back and, hopefully.
Forget about me.
Right, hopefully.
I'm just a sperm donor,
It's like, girl, I got kids here I don't even take care of.
Right, like you think
Right?
I'm gonna take care of that one. He was like, you know how many kids around here walking around wishing that I would send them $25? Like, what are you thinking?
You know how many kids I got here in Jamaica, lady? You better.
He was like, you're making me crazy over
Yeah,
here.
and then such an unattractive older man. I mean, come on.
Usually when they go over to these islands, they find them a young, buff guy. You're right. Sherlon was like twice her age almost, and he looked old. You know what he kind of looked?
Yeah, he looked like shoe leather, bro.
Yeah, he looked really tired, like he was on his last player leg, right? Like he was about.
He most likely is used to the older ladies, that just go on vacation to get,
and who can't get pregnant.
They can't come back with a baby for him to take care of because
they'll send him some money, and then when they go back to Jamaica, to the island, he serviced them, But this one, he went a little too young on this one.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, so as far as like memes, though, I will say there's a French woman and the guy Anthony, and the Anthony guy was pretty good for some memes. So I did a meme where he looked like the guy from Reno 911.
Oh wait, the cop, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I can't remember his name. I used to love
I
him.
I watch that show all the time. My favorite is the female officer, the ditzy one with the short black hair.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Niecy Nash, right?
And no, Niecy Nash, and the other one that she's like a little bit older. She has the short hair.
Oh, okay, yeah. That show was a hidden gem. Like I don't know.
That show is awesome. The movie was funny too.
Like, do you find the French chicks, like, not to be like xenophobic, but do you find her accent annoying?
Okay, here's a little inside for the podcast. Manon and I have actually been friends for years.
What?
I've known her for years. I met her in Los Angeles a few years ago. She was friends with Amira. I don't know if you guys know Amira. She was on the 90 Day Fiancé with Andrew.
French.
And she was the French girl. And Amira and I were friends for years. And Amira and I were in Los Angeles, and we went to an event, and Manon was there, and I met Manon, and we hung out in LA for a while. And so the funny part about all of this is she sent me a message right when the show was premiering. Well, when the promos were coming out, and she was like, "Oh my God, I wanted to tell you so bad." And I was like, "You filmed the whole damn show and didn't tell me?" And she's like, "Yeah," because she's like, "I didn't want to violate my NDA." And I was like, that's a really questionable thing because people violate their NDAs with me all the time. And I just don't say anything. So I was like, that was a weird vibe for me, right? That she would do that. And I think it's really weird that she hangs around a lot of 90 Day people because Amira's not the only 90 Day Fiancé person that I've been around her with. She always was hanging around a 90 Day Fiancé person. I'm not going to keep telling you different names because I don't know if she's going to hear this. But I think that it's really interesting that she went and ended up on the show that she kind of was always hanging around people from the show of.
Like is she like a super fan as far as viewing it or what?
Yes. She's like obsessed, right? Like she's obsessed with the show. She's always been in contact with 90 Day Fiancé people. Like for instance, she was really close with Ariella. And a few others, right? One of my really, really good friends also introduced me to Manon, and I was like, I already know Manon, right? So it was just really interesting. I was like, oh, so you've been hanging around all these people, and you was just trying to get your ass on the show. Kind of reminded me of the throuple, because we heard that the throuple or Matt was hanging around Liz, before they filmed, and was like, what do you think? How do I get on the show? What's a good storyline for the show? And then all of a sudden, they were on the show. So I kind of got that same vibe from her.
That's juicy because I didn't know that about her.
Yeah. I've known her for years. So when I saw the promo before I could message her, she messaged me. Because when I saw her, I was like, I know this ain't. I was like, I know you
this ain't who
lying.
I think it is.
No, you lying. So before I could even get the text message typed, she messaged me and was like, did you see it? And I was like, yeah, what the actual fuck, right?
Well, when you had asked me, like, oh, look up the new people, I'm like, oh, well, George already follows one person, so there's no point to give him that info.
Yeah.
I think she started off strong, but she's going to probably end up being one of those characters that we
hate.
Yeah, that we hate.
Yep, I agree with you. I think she's gonna be.
She started off making some, like, oh, okay, she's fun, and then in one episode, it was like, okay, she's gonna be a problem.
Here's the thing. So her and Anthony can't afford to live the American dream because they live in, I don't want to say what part of California they live in because I've been in her house, but they lived in a very expensive part of California, and for some reason, once he got her hooked on the bait, he stopped working.
Well, she clearly states, that's what I was disputing with a lot of viewers on Monday. She clearly states that since he was making less money in his job and security, it didn't make sense for him to work when the childcare was so much more expensive than what he was making. So she figured, why don't we save money on childcare? You quit your $17 an hour job and stay home and babysit.
Look, Captain, I'm going to say this. There is something called opposite shifts. And it's not rocket science for a lot of people, but it's like, and I know it's hard on couples because you don't get to see each other. But when you have kids that you can't afford, you sometimes have to end up on opposite ships where you can have that dual income. Because, okay, so Captain, let me explain something to me, though. Because we were watching the show on Monday, and she was trying to sell her Jeep. And her Jeep looked to be old as fuck, right? And the guy was like, you owe $27,000 on this Jeep. How does that happen? How does that happen?
That's what happens when you lease a car.
Well, when you don't put any money down on the car, right?
Yeah.
No, Shabooty, that's not true. Shabooty, no, that's not true, Shabooty. I have never, one time in my whole life, I purchased a vehicle when I was 18 years old, and I put $2,500 down on it. And for the rest of my life that I've been on this earth, I've purchased probably 20, 25, 30 cars since then. I've never put a single penny down on a car. And I don't know if a lot of people know this. When you put money down on the car, they add that into the MSRP. And then, so say for instance, you're buying a $35,000 car and you're going to put $5,000 down on it. The MSRP goes up to $40,000 if you go through your paperwork, and then they tax you on. They tax you on the $40,000. So
they got to make their commission off of that, and they got to do. Leasing, to me, leasing is a waste of time. The vehicles that I've owned, I have bought them, used. Previously owned, and I buy them outright.
That Jeep had to be 8 to 10 years old.
At least.
How do you owe $27,000 on a car that only had a 5 to 7 year loan on it?
Well, they probably bought it right off the showroom floor, brand new, and it was probably like a $40,000 thing,
Jeep,
and plus,
but no, this was not a nice Jeep. It was just one of the mom Jeeps.
Well, it doesn't have to be a nice Jeep. It just has to be brand new in the current year when you bought it. If you bought it in
the following year, because remember they come out with cars from 2010 for 2011 models. So it's
so she probably bought the 2011 model.
But didn't she say that she had only been in the U.S. for 7 years? So
maybe it was his car.
Oh, now you're making sense, Captain. Now you make sense. And knowing him,
I remember he was a security guard, so he had to.
He's not making much money. It's like maybe $17 an hour.
Yeah, he's doing. That's what she said. She suggested he quit and stay home and take care of the kid because childcare. To be honest, childcare is like $2,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
But how was he affording to live in California without her? That's my question.
George, you saw where Rob used to live in a a basement or makeshift storeroom with an outhouse.
And the captain, let me just say, Rob told me that was a $1,600 a month apartment.
If you're in Los Angeles, that's exactly what you're paying.
Because I was like, Rob, you're lying. And he's like, no, that was $1,600. And he was like, they were about to raise it when I left.
Look at
and
that.
I was like, how in the hell would anybody pay $1,600? He was like, when I moved, there was already another lease signed before I got my shit out. He was like, you don't understand California. And I really don't.
California is really, really expensive. No matter what part of California you want to live on, they're going to charge you, especially if you're living like in the city, like the major cities, Los Angeles, San Diego. Those places are ridiculously expensive.
San Fran. Same with
San Fran.
I have a question. This is for the round table. So in France, what's the cost of living like in France? Because they feel like all of their problems will be solved by moving back to France. But I was under the impression that the cost of living in France is pretty high. That's what I was told. I was like, depending on, especially there's really nice parts of France that could be very comparable to California.
It's going to be expensive in major cities like Nice and Paris and any major cities. It's going to be really expensive.
Keep in mind, George, they're going to France to live with their parents, with her parents. They're not going to France to buy their own spot.
Well, I don't know how long they're going to live with her mama because her mama calls her fat. So I don't even know how that's going to work because, like, you can't live with your family when your family thinks that they can call you names. Like, how long is that really going to last?
That's what I said. She started off strong, but she's going to be a hit with the fans, and not in a good way, because, I mean, his sister already outed her.
So here's my theory now, based on what George told us, that she's like, based on what George told us, I feel like George pulled back the curtain on her, that she's like a 90 Day Fiancé super fan. So I feel like as a 90 Day Fiancé super fan, they probably told her like, hey, we have enough cast members that are live in California. That's fucking boring. But if you want to get on the show, if you have like a other way storyline, we can get you on the show. So I feel like it's the same way like the chick goes to Aruba and she ends up on another way. So they fly to France to get on the show. That's like their storyline to be on the show because she's a super fan. So I feel like it's they'll be there in France for like a year and it won't work out. Then they'll fly back to California.
Oh, so you think this is just the same typical Shakarper, Ariella Biniam?
This is to boost her marketing career, her business, whatever it is she does.
When she goes back to LA,
she's gonna come back to LA. You really think that she's going to move to France when she has her business based out of the United States, and she's gonna subject herself to live with parents that belittle her in a country that she says hates fat women? You really think she's gonna go through all of that shit? She's just doing that for the show to get some publicity.
It would be strange for a plus size model who's getting consistent work in LA to move to a country where they don't
where they fat shame you. You think she's really gonna do that? And then not even the country should fat shame you, your own parents.
Well, right, her own family, because she's like, oh, my family talks about my parents, and I was like, and you gonna go live with these people?
Yeah, and then you're gonna take your husband and your child to go live with your parents and be belittled. She just wants drama for the show, and she's gonna bring the drama. I can tell you that. She's gonna.
Well, yeah. Drama. Did you see how she tried to kick Sarah out of the house? She was like, "You can leave my house." She's
definitely gonna bring the drama, but she's not gonna be a fan favorite in a good way. She's gonna be a fan favorite for other reasons.
So, how do y'all feel about the stay-at-home dad? I think we've had this conversation about the throuple dude. So, do you feel like it's okay for you to knock up a woman and tell her to go work 65 hours a week while you stay home with a kid? Like, is that okay? Is that like something
that depends on the amount of money the woman is making? If she chooses to have look at Monique works, and her husband, she says she wants him to be at home. He doesn't work and does anything, and she's proud. Oprah makes money and she don't want Stedman or whatever his name is to work either. You know what I'm saying? So it's a choice that a woman makes. I, for one, children or not, because I don't have any children that need babysitting, I would never allow my husband to stay home. Not that he would want to, but I would never tell him, oh, you know what, honey, you stay home and I'll go, make the bread. No,
Well,
hell
I
no.
guess I like the way you said it though, because it depends on how much. Because if you're making enough, then I guess it doesn't matter. But in this situation, she said that it's literally killing her. She's working like 1,000,000 hours a week, and I think she said that she's missing out on the years of her kid. And it's actually we've had personal conversations where she's actually said the same thing. She was like, I feel really guilty because I miss all the milestones.
Now, I'm
with
going
my
to tell
child.
you, it's just been one episode, an hour episode. But something tells me that she doesn't really want to be around the kid. Like, she's okay with that.
Well, did you notice that the whole time we were watching
She's
it,
okay with it. The kid didn't want anything to do with her.
the kid was with the dad the whole time?
He wanted no parts of her.
I noticed that
The,
too.
the kid probably can't even pick her out of a lineup.
Yeah,
That's what I was
he
gonna
wants
say.
no parts of her.
See, I feel like that's how a lot of dads are too, though, because there are dads that will work however many hours it takes so they do not have to interact with their kids. So, and I was like, this is not just a man thing. It's clearly women can feel the same way, because I feel like she probably could come
Yeah,
home
but
a little earlier.
dads eventually, on the weekends, will take the kids out to the park or something. Not like they're gonna be in their face all week. But moms that the kid doesn't even want you to touch him, and she seems like this is perfectly fine. Like this, I just had this baby so that I could say I had a baby. But if you have a baby and you're really, want to be a dedicated mother, you would not let your husband quit his job, and you would probably plan financially, like downsize your living situation, because now you have a baby and you're gonna have to cut down on one of your jobs, so dad has to work, and you would make proper arrangements. She said, you know what, fuck this shit, stay with this kid 24 hours a day while I go make some money.
I mean, the only part that annoys me is like it just reminds me of the Matt storyline of the throw.
Yeah.
So it's kind of redundant.
Well, see, the only thing different about the Manon and Anthony storyline is I kind of feel like Anthony knocked her up because he didn't want to work anymore. I think Matt would go to work if Amani allowed him to, but I don't think Amani allows him to work.
No, she didn't, George. He didn't knock her up. She had that baby by choice, because remember, you got to watch her. She was like, "Oh, we're so excited. We got married. He proposed. We got engaged. We got married.
Yeah, you know what that's
we
called?
bought a house and
Captain,
we got pregnant." And
that's called love bombing. He love bombed her, and he was like, "Buy me this $69,000 Jeep. Buy me this 900." He was like, "Buy me this 900 and buy me this $1 million house. I'm gonna knock you up real quick, and now I'm set." Because what's she gonna do now?
She pulled a carrot on him. She was like, "Oh yes, I want to get married. Oh yes, I want to have children. Oh yes, I want to buy a house." And then when it all came into fruition, she was like, "You know what? This shit ain't for me. Why don't you? You know what? I have an idea. Why don't you quit your measly little security guard job and save me $2,000 a month by taking care of your kid while I work my ass off to keep food on the table?" And he was like, "You know what? That sounds good. That sounds good to me."
I think, I don't know, in my mind, I think that he planned it out. He found, okay, this is going to sound really mean, but I think in the end, he found a girl that probably didn't have the best self-esteem, and he love bombed her, and he told her she was pretty.
You know what?
And he banged her every night, and he knocked her up, and now he's like... I
got that. She was on Tinder. She was on Tinder looking for love, and he gave it to her. Now, she might have love bombed him and was like, "You know what? I love you more than anything in this world," because he moved pretty quick. So he saw her funds. She had money. He moved quick. Because remember, she said everything happened in less than a year or some shit like that.
Yeah, I think he saw that she was living a lavish LA lifestyle.
This bitch got money.
He had money, and he was like, I only have a certain window to get her hooked. And he was like, "Ooh, let's get engaged." He's like, "Let's get married. Let's have a baby. Let's do." And I think he.
And you know what? I'm gonna rewatch the episode, because now that I think about it, I think he was the one that suggested to her, instead of paying the $2,000 a month, that he should stay home with the kid. I'm gonna rewatch that. I'm gonna rewatch that.
He did.
Captain.
I think it was him that made the suggestion.
Yeah, this is my theory. I think that he found her on Tinder, and he was like, "Ooh, she looks low maintenance. She probably don't think she's pretty. I'm gonna get her."
I gotta rewatch that.
She's gonna be like, I'm going to tell her she's the hottest girl I've ever seen. I'm going to compliment her 65 times a day. I'm going to bang her every night. I'm going to dick her down, and I'm going to get everything that I want out of her. And I think, because he was the one, childcare is stupid expensive, and this is so much. And
I think he was the one that said, I suggested to my wife, we can save a lot of money if I stayed home and took care of whatever little Johnny or whatever his name was.
I'm telling you,
and that's when she was like, yeah, he's right. But,
my theory is
that doesn't go without saying. Even if he would be working, she still wouldn't be taking care of that kid. She would be paying childcare.
True.
He would be paying for childcare.
Can I talk?
Let's move on.
Can we talk about Luke and Madeline or whatever fucking name is?
Oh God! Do we have to talk about those?
They're back. Yeah. And for those of you who don't remember, Luke is the guy who they accidentally showed his dick on Love in Paradise. In case y'all don't remember, that's Luke.
He's the guy that his plan was to be like a sunglasses. He's to sell a line of sunglasses.
No, but you forgot the best part. They were high-end sunglasses with transitional lenses that he was going to sell for $500 or $600 that he spent $12,000 to $13,000 buying the inventory on. And then he told us on Monday that he didn't even follow through and he didn't even advertise or market them, and he still has them.
It was jewelry, high-end jewelry. And sunshades, yeah.
Yes.
All from Temu. All from Temu. Just buy that shit from Ball.
All that shit from China.
The part of like his storyline on this new season that annoyed me, or that I felt was redundant, was so he said he bought a building or a property and he's gonna turn to like a luxury like high rise or something.
No, is it
it's
a resort?
A hotel and resort.
It's a resort. Yeah.
With what money?
I don't know, but real quick, like the thing that reminded me was like this. I know you don't watch like Shah's of Sunset, but there was this guy on Shah's of Sunset, the Bravo show, where he bought like, it's not a resort, but he bought like a lot, and then his plan was to build from a blank lot, build it into like a condos or apartment building. So that was his whole storyline on his several seasons, was to build this like fancy apartments.
So did he do it?
They built it.
He did. Okay.
Does anyone on here watch Shah's of Sunset? But yeah, they built it up.
Oh, so it happened. Like, I don't think that they're ever going to break ground on this, because even his dad was like, I don't know. He has a business degree, but I don't think he has a business mind. And I agree with his dad. I was like, he has a lot of dreams and aspirations. He's one of those people, I think TLC song, you talk about what you want and then sit on your ass and don't do nothing. I feel like that's kind of what he does, because he's in a whole bunch of debt now because he had all these ideas and dreams and aspirations, and then he doesn't follow through. And I think having Madeline, who's consistently draining every penny that he has, I don't think that he would ever be able to build a luxury resort from the ground up. That's not something that just anybody can do. You would need investors.
You need investors for that.
Yeah,
and
to
also,
do something like that.
And also, he seemed to have his finances in order until he met her, and then she started bleach. I guess he tried to portray that he was this rich guy. He started.
Yeah, he said that he had a really good job making $400 or $500.
He was an engineer or some shit like that.
But then he lost his job right after he met
COVID or something like that. I don't know. And then he paid for her boobs. Remember that? He paid for her implants.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people in my timeline are questioning, was this child a minor when he met her? Because the numbers are not adding up. The timeline with them dating is not adding up.
Let me just say allegedly.
Oh yeah, you got to be allegedly. But when their season on Love in Paradise aired, this also came up, because I think he said that she was 19 on that season. And he said that he met her a couple of years ago. Exactly. And people were like, so wait, was she 17 when you met her or whatever? And then it was going around Reddit and everything. So this is all alleged. We don't know. I've never seen her birth certificate. So I don't know any of that information. But, a lot of people, because I've talked to some people that go over to that country a lot. And that's kind of a country where you go to meet girls where age isn't really.
That's like any Caribbean, any third world country.
People go to Thailand and shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now the other major question is it biologically female?
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of that happening this season, not from their Love in Paradise season, but this season people are asking. They were like,
She looks a lot more.
Again, let me say allegedly.
Allegedly, she looks a lot more masculine this season. I don't know if she lost weight or she did something, but her features look very, very masculine.
Well, yeah, I noticed it too. And it's funny because this isn't our first time seeing that they were on another season. That only came up a few times, but on Monday when I was tweeting the show, it came up a lot. And
a lot of people are starting to. I don't know what she did to her face that took the lid off the. Because everybody's like, wait.
Photo, Captain. It was that photo from her beauty pageant. People were like, that looks like a man. They were like, what is happening right now?
Yep. Well, and even I saw the pageant picture and I'm like, whoa.
I definitely don't think, like, I'll go on record and say I don't think that she's trans because 90 Day Fiancé loves to be inclusive now. Like obviously pre Kenny and Armando, they were not inclusive, but now that they've taken that leap, if someone is going to be trans, like Nikki Exotica or I think Cleo.
Yeah, but maybe you can ask for complete, undisclosure. You can say, listen, I don't want my business out there like that, or I'll save it for a plot twist. If shit goes wrong, we can always get another season if we do a plot twist. But
you're saying Madeleine has a bigger dick than Luke.
Could be.
Well, based on what we saw when they accidentally showed it, that's obviously true.
Because let me tell you something. Colombia is one of the countries that has the most beautiful women and bodies without having no surgery, nothing, natural bodies that are like, oh my God. You're going to tell me that that's the best you could do in Colombia?
Well, maybe that's what he could afford on his budget.
No. No. You could get cheap hoes in Colombia that look better than that. But
you're not wrong. I've seen a lot of beautiful Colombian women.
My sister went to Colombia this year, and she would send me pictures, and they were in the club and everything. And you see the background, you're like, holy shit, you know. And they're beautiful. They're shaped very well. They're mature. So you're gonna tell me for 45 or whatever amount of years you've been with this person, this is the best you can do? Because even if she is, let's just say she's still not attractive at all. She has no redeeming qualities, no personality, and she has nothing attractive.
Whoa, Captain, look at Luke. What redeeming qualities does Luke have? Luke is the most basic dude.
He's
right?
basic. He's basic.
Did you see where I put his photo and Matt from the Thruples photo next to each other, and you can't tell them apart? They're literally the two most basic dudes out there.
No, they're basic, but George, I mean, she's not attractive at all. She doesn't have a body. She's not attractive. Hold on, I gotta take a call.
Okay.
Well,
she looks like a horse, basically, like stringing ass hair, like I don't know, whatever doctor she may have went to see to fix her face, she needs to get a refund.
Yeah, and she has a shitty ass personality too. That's part of the problem too.
Well, that's I think my main issue. I couldn't deal with the personality, but at the same time, Luke doesn't have a personality, so it's like they're not work.
It's like a good match because neither of them have personality.
Well, right. It's like there's no conversation when they go to dinner. They just look at each other, and there's nothing happening between either of them. But I feel like that's not a good match because there always needs to be a motivated, driven, smart person in the relationship. Because you can have the unmotivated idiot, but then you have to have the other person who's going to make sure that they're not homeless next month, who's going to get shit done. Kind of like Manon. Manon is like, we're not going to be homeless next month. And Anthony is like, I don't give a fuck who paid the rent as long as it get paid. Like, you got to have that balance. And I feel like they're both idiots. Like, who's going to keep them from falling apart, you know?
His dad.
It's too dope, so there's no yin and yang.
Well, right. It's like, how is it going to work? You got to have that one person who's going to make sure everything is going to work out and they're going to work extra hard. And I feel like she's the type of person where if they don't have any money, she's going to just sit around and twiddle her nails until somebody hands her some money. She's not going to actually do anything. Also, I'm really curious to know what's up with her nail salon. We haven't gotten to talk to her yet, but I want to know if her beauty Booty. I don't how do you pronounce it because she spelled it wrong. If her nail salon is up and running and if it's profitable. Because remember, it was a acrylic. No, Gina, help me. What was it called? She didn't do real nails. She only did the press on, right? The press on.
Yeah, like the only thing I've heard is like, and it was a while ago, maybe like 6 months ago, there was a fan that visited Colombia and they went by the store and it was like closed up. So it wasn't like open. But
that doesn't surprise me.
Well,
that doesn't
yeah.
just like all of Luke's business adventures. Or remember back in the day when Nicole and Azon were gonna open a store and she sent Azon like 15 grand to open the store and the store never opened. I'm beginning to think that nail salon probably never saw the light of day.
This is a match made in heaven because they both are not smart business people and can't keep afloat with their businesses or the money that he gave her to run this makeshift nail salon.
Well, right. It was all his money. And I remember they had a scene where she was faking on the phone, making appointments. And I was like, how much do you want to bet that phone isn't even plugged into anything? Because I was like, I don't think
if it's turned on or the bill's paid.
I don't think anybody ever got their nails done in that building. I think that it was a facade. You know how you go on a backlot tour, like the Warner Brothers backlot tour, and you drive through the facade and it looks like a neighborhood, but their house isn't even a house, it's just a wall.
They just rented out the cheapest, what looked like nail salon. Would be like, we'll pay you to go away.
I feel like it was just a facade at that point because I was like, I don't even think anybody ever got their nails done. And then when she said that she only did clip or press on, Gina, what did she call them? Where you take a fake nail and you glue it over a real nail? Because you know some nail salons they do your actual nails.
Yeah.
That's
and,
not
but yeah,
those are press-ons that you can get from the convenience store.
Yeah,
or at Walmart.
she only knew how to do those. She didn't know how to actually.
Everybody knows how to do those because all you need is nail glue and it stays on for like 5 days or 3 days.
See, that was my thing because I was like, if you don't even know how to do like the actual nails, because you know, there's people they go and they clean your cuticles and they sand them down and they shape them.
Yes,
that's
that
like,
was me today. I got my nails did today.
If you just gluing it, why would you go pay somebody $40 to glue a fake nail over your real nail? You could do that yourself because those pop off after 2 days. I've never met a woman who told me that her pop-on nail didn't pop off. They literally just fall off.
Mm-hmm.
They do. You have to keep on gluing it and finding the nail, right? Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's awful.
Okay. Troy, what do you think? What did you think of the whole Jenny and Summit moving in and all that?
I don't know. I think Captain was right when she said earlier she thinks that this is a storyline because, you know, Jenny is retired. She's 67, so she's got her retirement. I think she's got her pension. I don't think that it's needed that they need to move in with the parents. I think that they're doing this to do another season because they've been off the show for a long time. So I think that if they really needed to get their own place, they could have afforded it. Well, Jenny could have afforded it on her own. But I think that, you know, they wanted to get back on the show. It's been a long time. And
well, every time I commented on your tweet about that, George, that every time they're on the show, Sonny doesn't have a job. It's always the same thing. He doesn't have a job every time he's on this stupid show.
Well, the first time around he did, right? Because he was working in the call center for a while. And then,
but that was when they were like, he was like catfishing her. And then
what was his name when he was a catfish? I can't remember what his name was.
Michael Jones.
Michael Jones. That was when he was Michael Jones. He was a white man, actually. And he was catfishing Jenny. Can you imagine? How do you catfish somebody with an Indian accent?
Michael
You're a
Jones.
white man.
I'm pretty sure they didn't speak on the phone. They were probably just texting back.
Typing, right? Because it would be a dead giveaway that.
But then they probably text off. He probably was texting off. I mean, Jenny didn't even care because the fact that he wasn't Michael Jones and she didn't even care.
Yeah, she's like,
I mean,
at
her age, she was like, where else am I going to get a 27-year-old who wants to bang me every
speaking
night?
of her age, right? So I put up on me a picture of her and I said, the only 90-day cast member that I would not be mad if they did a facelift and a haircut. I would not. I didn't say she should have one. I didn't say she should. Boy, did the Jenny army come at me. Oof.
I was about to say, you declared war. The one thing that is not tolerated is hate speech about Jenny or
and
submit.
I didn't say hate speech. I said, see, this is the only 90 Day cast member that if chose to get a facelift, I wouldn't be mad at her.
Yeah,
I didn't say nothing bad. Oh my God, I had one in my comments that was going off, called me all kind of shit. Then another one,
oh yeah,
oh, why don't you show your picture? Who the fuck you think you are? Blah 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 blah. I was like, oh shit.
yeah.
I didn't block nobody.
I think it resonated when people, let's just say the viewing audience, they could look like half of them probably look like Jenny's sister. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the ones that were sending it were, but I didn't say nothing wrong. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest, okay? As a woman, if I'm gonna choose to be with a man 32 years younger than me, I'm gonna start to try to do a little regimen here and there so I don't look as old. But she looks older than his mother.
Well, Captain, she's 67.
She's 67.
How young can a 67-year-old look? Right?
Well, George, I mean, all she needs is just a little pullback and a haircut. And she'll look a little bit because he's looking a little up there with his little grays and his long hair.
I think that in my opinion, I think Jenny looks amazing for her age.
For her age, she looks great.
Because remember, Miss Debbie, Julian's mom, she's
older.
She's only 71. And, that's only, 4 years older than Jenny?
Nah, but Jenny looks older than Miss Debbie.
No, she doesn't. Wait, no, wait.
Yeah,
I'm not, I call audible.
I don't know if it's that Jenny looks tired. I don't know if it's that she's tired or what.
I'm
but
calling a flag on this play. I don't feel like
Jenny's looking a little bit rough. Like maybe India is not the best place for her.
Well, the temperature over there is insane, right?
Yeah, the temperature, her blood pressure, and then she's drinking alcohol on the down low.
Captain, the way you're talking, you make it sound like Jenny received the first ever Social Security check in history.
The first one ever written. But she's looking a little bit rough. I'm not gonna say she's ugly, but she's looking like India's not working in her favor.
Well, did you see my puffy? Did you see my tweets? I was like, is there a reason why she won't just get a visa and bring his ass back to California? Like, why are you even still over there? She gave it the old college try, right? She went over there. She tried it.
Everybody was saying that I asked the same question. Everybody in my timeline is saying, oh, because he won't leave his mother. Oh, because she can't afford to live here. Nah, she could come back here and she could get assistance to live here. She just can't afford to bring him here because she don't have the money for the visa. That makes more sense. You understand that visa application is like $5,000, $6,000. She don't have that money.
She's gonna get $45K from doing this season, so that's not an issue. She not only is she gonna get $45K, he's gonna get $45K. So they got $100K right now. So if she really
and I want to say, I think that mostly she doesn't want him here because of the age difference. She knows that in other countries is probably a little bit more, overlooked. But here in the States, especially in California, they're gonna be like, "Oh, come on!" And he's probably gonna look wandering.
I go to Cali all the time, and I see like 21-year-olds with 80-year-olds, and don't nobody say nothing. Don't nobody even care.
And not only that, he probably won't be able to stay faithful. You know him.
That's okay. So that's where you're going.
Yeah, he won't be able
options. There's too many options.
Now that he has a rock star look with the long hair.
Yeah, he'll go definitely and start creeping around.
He definitely looks like a 80s or 90s R&B star now, and with the Jerry curl and I was like, wow, he's really coming into his own look. So maybe you're right, Captain. Maybe coming over here,
she'll lose him. She'll lose him right away.
I mean, you might be right, but I did learn the hard way when I was a naysayer of their relationship.
I know everybody was. Nobody
and I was like,
that shit was going nowhere.
Yeah, I was like, they're never gonna make it. And the Jenny and Submit Army, they declared war on me back then, and I learned back then that they're not a war or an army that I want to fight with. So I don't ever fix.
I took them on. I was like, even when some of my followers jumped in, they were like, "You don't want to fuck with Captain Piccard. You better die on another hill." Because
I
I
was
was like,
like,
I'm not blocking. It was like, I was like, you know what? If you find my comments offensive, why don't you unfollow me? Because ironically, some of them were my followers.
yeah, they don't care. They will attack you,
I was
and
like, unfollow me. The fuck?
they came at me, and I stopped fixing my lips to say nothing negative about Jenny's but I didn't think they were gonna make
But
it.
it was not negative. I just said if she got a nip tuck, I wouldn't be mad.
Like, here, let me say this, like, with Twitter, I don't really care as far as like inflaming people or whatever, like saying shit and people get mad about it. Like, I don't care about Twitter. Like, I'll block people for no reason on Twitter. But then, and not to get into like the whole detail, there was that let's just say that news story, non-90-day related, that happened like
Yeah. We know what you're talking about.
I purposely kept my mouth shut as far as like Instagram and shit because I don't was like,
Yeah, no. There's some things that I won't touch. I won't touch. And
Right.
I saw a lot of my followers on other posts pertaining to said thing, and I was like, oh shit, this person is it's going off.
As far as Instagram, I kept my motherfucker shut on Instagram because I want to keep my followers.
That's one thing I don't discuss on my timeline: politics, religion, or sexuality.
But like on Twitter, I didn't really get into too much on Twitter, but I only had like one tweet. But anyway,
yeah, they were coming at me in droves. They were like, "What the fuck? Everybody can't, she's aging gracefully. She looks beautiful." I was like, I didn't say she was. What I said was that she wanted to pull it back a little bit. I wouldn't.
Don't even say that she can improve anything. Don't even do it because no. And funny though, in real life, like Jenny and Submit are my friends. Like they're my Facebook friends, and I only have like only my friends and family.
I
on
like
my
her.
Facebook.
I think she's
like,
the cat's meow.
We're like totally close for real. But when the show comes on, all my gloves are off. I'm gonna come for you if you do something. And everybody, they know that. But Jenny and I have been friends for a long time. But I know that army ain't one to fuck with, right? Don't mess with them people. They will come for you.
But George, I would be apologetic because I'm the first one to apologize if I offend you and it's my fault. But I didn't say anything wrong.
No, you didn't say nothing. You made I
just said I wouldn't be
suggestion.
mad.
You made a suggestion.
Oh my God. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? I look at my phone, it's a
there are certain cast members where, and you know who else is like that? If you come for Kenny and Armando.
Oh no, that's sacred ground.
Do not do it.
that's
right.
Sacred
Do
ground.
not do it. I declared war on Armando years ago when when they first appeared on the show. And I don't even want to say I declared war, but I said some stuff on my podcast and I tweeted some stuff. And first he came for me, like personally, like in my DMs, he came for me and he was like, and he was going off on me. And then like he started sending his people. Like, I guess he would like post where to go to find me. And then his people were coming. I was like, oh, geez, like these are people that you just can't touch. There's just a handful of people that you can't touch.
They come out in droves, but then you look, there's like one or two that are really solid, and then the rest is bots.
Well,
I go in and I look at your following before I respond to you. I go in and check your profile, and there'd be like 12 followers.
Like real quick, like again, I'm not going to get into the details of that news story that happened this week that's political and all that. But I will say this, like Statler posted a bunch of things about it. And then people were like sending me Statler's posts and they wanted me to like repost Statler's posts and like or call her out or comment on it. And I was like, I ain't touching that shit with a 10-foot pole. Fuck all that.
Oh, I didn't know that she said anything. So when that happened, I kind of so a bunch of people called me. And I didn't know about it. I was actually out at an event and I was there all day. And I wasn't on my phone. And somebody called me and told me what happened when I was actually in the car drove back home. And they told me what happened. So when they told me that, and then I heard about it, because there was 2 horrible events that happened that day. I actually put my phone downstairs and my bedroom is upstairs, and I left it down there for almost a full day. Because I just didn't want to be a part of it. I knew it was going to be a very negative energy on the internet. So I kind of so if you guys notice that I just fell off the face of the earth, it was very intentional.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, anyway, we don't need to get into it in the podcast. But yeah, I have strong feelings, but I kept it mostly in our group chat and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that group chat and I didn't even want to get in there. Well, I wasn't really checking my phone, but I saw that too and I was like, oh, I don't even want to get in it. I don't want to get in it. Like that's how.
All right, we still have like a whole giant agenda of like
I
Oh
got
my
an early
God.
morning
I
tomorrow.
just realized that we're only on topic 2 of like
I got
30.
really early morning tomorrow, so let's try to zoom this. Zoom.
I mean, yeah, we love you here, but if you do have to leave early, we
I
understand.
know if I gotta go, I gotta go, but I'll see how long I can last.
True.
Before, but yeah, we have a function to my sister-in-law's father-in-law is having his 80th birthday, and they're doing like a big gala type thing in a
Oh.
catering
Is there an open bar?
Yes, there's an open bar. And they've
So
asked
what time
me,
do I arrive?
I know, right? And they've asked me to MC for them.
Oh.
So
That'll be fun. I get so many
Captain can't be drinking that much then.
No,
Yeah.
I can't. They want no. The disclaimer for being the MC is I'm not allowed to go near the bar until I finish giving
then
the
no.
speech or whatever it is
I
that
don't
they
do-
want me to say about his life and his
I'm
tributes
sure
and stuff
you
like
can
that.
I'm sure you can take a shot of tequila, calm your nerves, and then
I-
go up there.
I get a lot of MC jobs and I'm much more good at it drunk. Anybody will tell you
No,
that.
I
Or not
can't.
just no, Captain, not drunk, but more so tipsy.
Yeah, no, I'm
I do-
gonna take a bravery shot just before I begin, just a bravery shot, just so I don't
Well,
get
yeah,
the jitters out.
when I do those a lot. Like I get a lot of those where people want me to MC, and I have to be tipsy. And usually by the end of the night, when the gig is done, 50 people approach me and were like, "You were so good," and I'm like, "I won't remember any of this tomorrow, but thank you." Because I have to have those drinks. So yeah, I get it.
True.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
we only finished 2 topics.
I know. I was looking at that. We've only touched on 2 things.
All right, let's do this. Rapid fire. Let's go. Rapid fire. Let's go.
Fire. Topic 3 is: did you see the new 90 Day Bad Boys video with Gino in Las Vegas?
Yes.
Staying alive. Staying alive. I did see it, and Gino does not have a lot of rhythm, but he had a little. So, and also Gino is looking thinner and healthier and happier. And I noticed it in the video, and I'm just really happy to see him thriving without a negative little succubus sucking all the life out of him. So I really could see a happier version of him, and I was happy for that.
Yeah, maybe that's what he needed, a new group.
Yeah, I feel like he was let loose. He wasn't uptight when they were shooting the video. It was like it was fun.
He was very relaxed.
They're in Vegas, so I'm sure he did some shots of tequila prior before filming.
He was very relaxed, and he seemed like happy just to be in the video, just to be included. You know?
Yeah, he did.
Were you shocked a mob of fans didn't rush into the shoot because they're around A-listers?
Yeah. Next topic.
So I don't have the cricket sound, but what I
I missed that off Twitter Spaces.
I know the little sound.
I know. I was like, can we play the crickets? But I will ask this question, Jamal. Don't get mad, but what was Jamal's outfit in that video? Do you think he lost his luggage? Because I was really confused with that. And Jamal, I love you. That's like my brother, but like. Everybody was dressed right, and Jamal looked like they lost his luggage at the airport.
You know what it looked like? It looked like they were they bought the clothes from like a resort in Mexico, like at the gift shop.
Right.
And because they lost all their luggages, except for Gino. Gino's
Well, everybody else, Rob was dressed like Rob. I always told y'all, Rob looks like he just left the Goodwill every time we see him. He looked like himself, and Josh was wearing his mom jeans with his shirt. He looked the same, but Jamal's outfit was confusing because I was like, you're not even like in a line with everybody else's outfit. So I was like, maybe they lost his luggage, and this was whatever they had at the Caesar's Palace gift shop, because it was really confusing because I was like, this is odd. This whole video is odd, but I was like, his outfit is the only thing that's strange.
You know what that reminds me of is so like, well, I don't want to get into specifics, but let's just say a family member of mine is like in long-term care, and then when I go see them in long-term care, they do have a gift shop in the first floor. So it's probably like, he probably went to a gift shop at like a nursing home and got some clothes.
Yeah, well, it looked like he just was all over the place.
It was interesting.
Store.
Was it supposed to be like
Well,
that? Maybe it was a spoof or intentional
Well, okay,
comedy?
so Captain, all of the guys were wearing jeans and a button-up
Yeah,
shirt
I
that was
know.
open, and Jamal was wearing like a button-up shirt that was open, and then like sweatpants.
Yeah, I saw the video.
And I was just like, "What's going on? Where's your jeans? Everybody else is coordinated, but you. What's going on?"
He probably pissed himself.
I was like,
when
"What
my
the
daughter was
hell?"
little, I used to always carry a pair of sweats if she had an accident.
I was like, "See, this is why you can't be checking bags because they will lose your shit, right? They will lose your shit."
Yeah, but if he lost his stuff, he could have easily. I mean, in Las Vegas, you got all those outlets and stores right around there.
Well, right. Everybody had on a decent pair of skinny jeans, and he had on those jogging pants, and I was like, "Huh, all right, okay."
He's wearing his triple X beast sweats for the strip club.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
True. All right, let's go to the next topic since we're buzzing through. Okay. Oh, we don't have to spend too much time on this. So Michael had this post. It's actually probably from a couple of weeks ago where I reposted it today, where he was on a cruise ship. But then I learned a new phenomenon, which is, have you ever heard of a Miss Roper's romp?
No.
Heard of Miss Roper, but not Romp.
Okay.
Well,
so-
I've never even heard of Miss Roper. What are you talking
What?
about?
From like Three's Company.
Yeah,
right?
Miss from Three's Company.
Wait, Three's Company.
Yeah, the
Is
Ropers
that-
were the landlords that lived upstairs.
Wait, is that the two girls and the guy that live together?
Yeah, come on, knock on our door. We've been waiting for you.
Oh, I know that show.
Yeah,
And with Suzanne Summers and what's his face that passed away?
Don Knotts.
So here's the post I did. Again, I'm not saying this isn't any major, this is nothing major. I just think it's interesting. But so Michael's on a cruise ship, and then apparently there's this phenomenon, right? It's called a Roper's romp. And I just learned this today. Because all these women that like to go drinking, they dress up like Helen Roper, which is Miss Roper. So let me read you the caption of my Instagram post. And I just texted it to you in a group chat if you want the visual. But let me read it real quick. So apparently a Miss Roper's romp is a themed party or social gathering where people dress up like Miss Roper, the flamboyant Chafton-wearing character played by Audra Lidley, whatever, on the classic sitcom Three's Company. So you wear like bold, colorful, or whatever. You wear chunky jewelry, bold colors, big hair, big house slippers. The vibe is like playful, campy, retro with the 70s theme. And then the romp is like when you get a group of friends and you all go out together bar hopping or cruising around town, attending festivals. And it's popular in pride events, retro TV fan groups, and cruise ships. It's essentially a fun excuse to channel the over-the-top 70s glam in a very tongue-in-cheek way. So go to my Instagram if you want the visual. So a bunch of these people, women dress up as like Miss Roper and get drunk with Michael.
Oh,
I actually saw that on the cruise when I was there.
Oh shit!
And I didn't know what I was looking at. I thought it was like a celebration, like everybody a birthday party, but everybody had these orange, like a red wig and a bunch of 70s clothes on, and I did men and women. And I was like, what the hell's going on? It was like a table, maybe like 30 of them in a bar. Yeah, well, that's what that is. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what I just figured out what it was today because I'm a good tea finder. So apparently that's that whole phenomenon now.
Oh,
all right. Well, Michael is out here living his best life.
Best is life.
Somebody in the comment section said Michael got them wigging out.
Oh.
This one says, "Yep, that's what it looks like. Hilarious. Who knew?"
So do you think, because the picture, I was like, do you think that the women knew who Michael was? That's how he ended up in the picture with them? Or do you think
of course they did?
Or vice versa, did he think they looked cool because they had wigs on? So, because I was like, how do you think this picture came about? I don't know. I think of things like that.
The woman knew who he was. The woman knew who he was. I don't think Michael was...
I agree with Gina, but I think at least one person in the group knew, and then got the rest of the girls.
Somebody must have known him from.
Michael was too young to know anything about Three's Company.
Yeah, or they don't show that in well, maybe
Nigeria.
Yeah, maybe in Nigeria's in simulcast because a lot of shows that were shown here, they show them in other countries, but in whatever language.
That does make sense because when we were in LA, it was me, Angela, Tyree. We were at a hotel and we were in the lobby. And I don't know if y'all know, you don't know, but there's this girl on Love and Hip Hop. Her name is Brooke Valentine. And she was in the lobby, her and her husband, they're both on Love and Hip Hop. I recognized her. Nobody else in our group did. So we're walking and she's like staring at us. We're staring at her because I knew who it was. So when we go out to get in the truck, and I was like, hold on, guys, I'm going to go take a picture with her. And they were like, who? And I was like, it's Brooke Valentine. She had a song called Girl Fight like a long time ago. And everybody was like, well, if you're going to go in there and get a picture, I'm getting a picture. So that's the phenomenon. I think you're right. One person knew who it was. And then they were like, that's so-and-so. And then everybody got on board. So I was like, that's exactly probably what happened.
Yeah, one person knew, and then all the other random broads got all excited.
Yes, exactly. They were like, wait, he was on a TV show? And they're like, let's do it. Let's go. Because that's kind of what happened. Because I was like, well, I'm going to go get a picture. Y'all can go get in the truck. And I was like, y'all, I'll be out. And then everybody was like, nope, we're all getting a picture with her because she's famous. So that's what we did.
True. Okay, that's her. Go to my Instagram if you haven't seen it. Okay. Oh, okay, so there's a next topic. There's a clickbait TikTok post. So I could read you the TikTok post and then I could give you the real tea. So let me pull it up on my screenshots. So there's a TikTok post, and the people send this to me in the DMs and say, "Hey, is this true?" So I'm going to read you the story, and then but it's not.
Oh, damn it! You shouldn't have told us it was clickbait yet. You should have got us to react to it to see if we actually believed it or not.
Okay, well, too late now. But I'll just read you this caption, and then I'll give you the real scoop. So here's this post on TikTok. It says, "And okay, so whatever. Here's the post. This is not my post, and I'm going to give you the real scoop afterwards." So this post says, Guillermo officially has full custody of Nicholas after their split, and fans say he's been the real MVP all along. This is about Cara. While Cara was out chasing clout, Guillermo was stacking receipts and showing up as a solid dad. Now Cara is out, and Guillermo's walking away with the win and the backpack. So that was the story. So people have been like, not people, only call me a couple people, 3 people. I've been like, hey, did Guillermo get full custody of the kid? Blah, blah, blah. So that was the post on TikTok. And then, so I'm here to give you the real scoop, which is to say, and I'm going to, it's clickbait first and foremost. Second of all, after the podcast ends either today or tomorrow, I'm going to do like a post and I'm going to put a big bullshit sign over that TikTok post and I'll give you the real scoop. But I'm going to give you the real scoop now so you don't have to wait for my next Instagram post. So the real scoop is, and this is exclusive, like straight from the horse's mouth. And it says and here's a real scoop, that's absolutely untrue. So Cara and Guillermo this is probably like breaking news because I don't think anyone really talked about it. Cara and Guillermo are not even officially divorced yet, technically. And then Nico is at Cara's house 6 days a week. So that's total horseshit.
Wait, so they're still married on paper?
On paper, yeah.
But they're living apart.
Yeah. And then the baby, the kid is with Cara 6 days a week.
So he only sees the child once a week?
Well, not that he doesn't see it. Maybe he just takes it on once a week, but he probably sees it all the time.
Yeah, all I know is the kid is at Cara's house 6 days a week. That's the exclusive Shabooty tea.
That's interesting because usually shared custody. I'm assuming. I don't know what custody agreement that they would have, or if that might be in the works. But usually, one person is 4 days, 3 days. Am I right, Captain? Isn't that usually how shared custody works?
It depends on your work schedule. If you work Monday through Friday, the only time you have off is Saturday and Sunday to be with your child. Because remember, you got to go to work, and the kid goes to school or whatever, or daycare. So they probably have that. There's some people who have one weekend for you, one weekend for me, then take the kid on the weekend, but the kid lives at home with the mother or the father, and then they give each other the child on the weekends. That could be what's
I
going on.
don't know. Call me Amish, but I feel like you should see your kid more than that,
Then
right?
you should try to make your marriage work.
I mean, no, you're right. You're right. See, you are absolutely right. You should make your marriage work. Then you don't have to
Not
split.
have any kids.
Yeah, that's true. You 100% right.
Yeah, I think that they kind of jumped the gun on the child thing. Maybe they should have waited a little longer because it seems like now it's
No, Captain, it was the same thing that Anthony did. You knock the woman up, and they think that that's their way of getting a free meal
but
ticket
she's
out
the
of
one
them.
that wanted it. She wanted to get married. She fought tooth and nail to bring that marriage. Everybody was telling her not to bring him, and she was like,
But
"No,
let's,
bring him."
girl,
He had asylum.
Cara is the last person in the world who should be married. Like, let's just be real.
That's
Cara
what she
doesn't have
wanted.
any wife tendencies whatsoever. She likes to get on airplanes and go to
Remember in her first season with him that her family was trying to talk her out of that. And she was like, no, I got to bring him. He had amnesty papers. Like he had asylum in the Dominican Republic from Venezuela. And then he wanted to come to the US. And then she was like, I'm going to take you to the US because asylum is going to take too long, which is not true. Asylum is faster than a K-1 visa.
I think Cara thought she wanted to be somebody's wife and
That's
somebody's mom.
That's what I said.
And
Nobody
then when
could blame him. Nobody could blame him.
No.
She's still experimenting on life. She's still trying to find who she is and what she wants to be.
She
A
thought she wanted a
bachata
husband.
singer.
Supposed to sing bachata.
Yeah, I think that she wanted a husband and a baby.
Yeah, she still wants the young life of a firecracker.
There's some
Yeah,
people who
yeah.
think that that's going to change. You know what will help me settle down? If I got married and had a baby. That'll make me settle down. And then boop, you have a baby and you get married and then you're like, fuck this.
Yeah, you're right. Some people think that they can have an anchor baby and it's gonna fix all their issues.
Yeah,
and
it's gonna
they're
fix
gonna
their-
stop. And it
it's
only
gonna-
makes it worse.
It's going to help them grow up.
Well, Cara clearly, I mean, I like her and all, but she's definitely the last person that should be married in her appearance. She's living her best life. She is trying to become a singer. She likes to tour the world. She likes to leave the country. She likes to sleep over DJs' houses. Like she's the last thing that a man is looking
in them
for in a wife.
streets. She's in them streets.
Right. She belongs in the streets.
In the
So it's like,
streets.
how you gonna bring somebody over here and marry him and tell him you ready to be a mom? And then the second you get them over here, you texting people and going to DJ houses. Like that's crazy.
And
I know.
boyfriend DJ's houses.
I know she was unstable, or she wasn't. She wasn't serious about that marriage when her first season. She said she had like 5 different jobs.
Well, right. She's not serious about.
She's not serious about shit. She tries
Right.
stuff out, and then if it doesn't work, she moves on to something else.
And that's kind of how she did Guillermo. She tried him out, and she was like, you know what? I don't even want that. Like, you know how you lease a car and then after the lease is up, they're like, do you want to buy it? You're like, nah, I'm good on that. I'm going to get something else. That's exactly what she did.
She should have left that man on that resort where she found him.
I'll say this. I'll go on record in saying I think she's a way better mother than Jasmine.
Oh.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, Cara gets a Mother of the Year award. No, Mother of the Millennium award. If it was Cara or Jasmine, Cara gets Mother of the Millennium, Mother Teresa, whatever award. She can get a Purple Heart too. Jasmine is the definition of a bad mom, bad wife, bad person, bad human being, everything. Like,
I mean, Jasmine, she's in a class by herself, bro.
She don't even know where her other 2 kids are. And did you see her one post where she was already picking another country to move to? She's abandoning, and I was
I like the post that Shabooty put up that she said that she told her, I don't love you, but I gave you a human that does, or something like that. I was like, this shit can't be real, bro.
It really can't. Like, I don't understand.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, that post got like 60,000 views at least or something. I don't know.
Yeah, everybody was like, what is it? I reposted it on my timeline. Everybody's like, what? I was like, listen, somebody said, is this real? And somebody else posted, if Shabooty posted it, it's real.
It was real. You would think, because the first thing that I thought when I saw it was a parody. Because I was like, you
but then I look at it, it's like, I said, Shabooty not gonna put his name on some shit that ain't real.
right. I'm like, no human being would post this on their own page, but she did. She did.
Yep. For all the people that were saying that they will make a good couple, they make such a great couple. He's so much better than Gino. He's better. He's handsomer. Well, he's handsomer, but and here she is telling him she don't love him, but she gave him a human that will.
Yeah, and then I think it's one of our later topics. We could jump to it, but Matt posted something. It looked like it was AI generated, but it had like a quote in it. And it said,
I saw it.
I'll read it real quick. It says like, no one should be chasing anyone. It needs to be two people making a mutual effort with mutual feelings, chasing each other.
Who wrote that, Matt?
Yeah, Matt wrote that or posted it.
That doesn't sound like something he could write. I didn't even know he could read.
I doubt
Matt hasn't got the memo that his work is done.
Yeah, he didn't realize that he was terminated from the job.
Like, yeah, he didn't get the memo that he got. His services are no longer needed.
He's a little confused because he doesn't realize that he's not part of this story.
He still thinks he stands a chance.
You go to work, you got fired, but you go to work the next day because you didn't open your email?
Yeah, you just keep showing up for work.
Because you didn't read the email. They fired you 2 days ago.
Well, he commented on one of her pictures and says, I love you and I've waited patiently because my heart believes in us, but it hurts to feel like my love isn't met with the same care. I wish I could be easy, but begging for love wears on me. And then she commented, why do you have to comment this kind of stuff here to make me look like the bad guy? Then you complain when I overreact. Come pick up your mail, by the way. I'm not a post office.
Yeah, I saw that, but I feel like that's just like bullshit.
I think that's just
that's bullshit. I'm like, and I said it. I was just like, oh, contestants on the last resort.
Yeah, this is the last resort. How did we get here? Storyline.
Well, that's funny because that's a full circle because we met Matt on a call on the last resort, and then we're gonna full circle see them breaking up for real on the last resort. So everything comes full circle, right?
Her pregnancy through TLC's timeline off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
they were scrambling around.
Captain, I think you were the one that said that Jasmine was pregnant in that horse and carriage scene.
Yeah,
were you the one that said that?
Yeah, she had the big coat on.
I did some research, and I think I'm the one that said she wasn't. No, she was.
She was because
I did the
Sunday's episode. She's gonna tell him.
Yes, you were 100% right because you were like, why is she wearing that full length coat? She pregnant. Yeah, and I asked around and I got some dates and I was like, well, it was winter time, blah, blah, blah. And I thought she was 100% pregnant in that.
She was pregnant. She was pregnant at the gym too, like blocking off her stomach.
She called it. You called
she
it.
Did it.
And clocked it. You was right.
And then before we get off of Jasmine, so Jasmine went on live the other day and called Florian a snake on like, I don't know if it was TikTok live or some shit. And then Florian responded where he did like a post on Instagram with his face like smoking a cigar or some shit. And he had the Kendrick Lamar song where the chorus goes, bitch, be humble.
Wait, what's the beef between them? I missed it. I didn't know what they were.
They used to beef on the last resort. Remember?
That was all fake because they would be all buddy on the sofa doing the freaking like after show.
Oh, so it's that beef?
She didn't really go into details of like why he's a snake. She just called him a snake on Instagram or TikTok Live or whatever.
Oh.
And he called in.
I know they were beefing on the last resort. I remember that they kept going.
Yeah, I remember that. But then they were like friends on the between the sheets couch. But I mean, can she really be calling people a snake? I mean, she's a succubus. Like, how are you just gonna be out here calling people names? You got 2 kids in another country that you ain't even trying to go get, and you out here calling people names.
Now that you say that, real quick, sidebar. I saw some posts that the kids are not her biological children, or one of them is not her biological.
One of them is a stepchild from her first husband, but the other one, I think, Fiancé,
that's hers. Okay.
And well, Captain, and then allegedly, a lot of people think that her sister is also hers.
I've always said that her sister was her daughter.
Because the sister seems too young.
I have always said the sister is the daughter. The only one that doesn't know is the sister that doesn't know that Jasmine is her mother.
Oh, so you think that it's a
I
family
think
secret?
they raised her thinking that she was sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a family secret.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a family secret.
That's why when she kept saying I have 2 children, I don't think that she was ever including, this is gonna sound mean, she was ever including the special needs one that is a stepchild. I think she was always referring to Fiancé and her daughter, but she had saved it because she did have a stepchild, and that's why people keep saying, oh, that's that stepchild through that marriage. But if you notice, that child wasn't on the show, and a lot of people are saying that the ex-husband doesn't talk to her, and she doesn't even talk to that other child. So it's really the sister, allegedly, that is really the second child.
I've always said the minute that girl came on the screen, I've always said that was her daughter.
Yeah, I felt that too.
The daughter doesn't know that that's her mother.
Here, you want to go to the next topic?
Yes, please.
Okay, next topic again. This one is, let's keep it a short topic because I don't really have normally when I have drama, I always screenshot it, but this one, I didn't really screenshot it, regretfully. But anyway, long story long, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I posted it in the Patreon chat just like 5 minutes ago. But what happened was about like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had posted like a meme. I guess it's a meme of like, it was a meme of like Natalie looking like Medusa. And it didn't even be that popular. So I don't even think it hit like 100 likes on Instagram. But anyway, she DM'd me last night or some shit. She was like, I can't remember her exact words, but she DM'd me. She's like, can you delete that post? That's like, I don't like that post. It's like, I can't remember if she said it was harassment or something, but she basically was asking me to delete the post. And then I basically just like instantaneously blocked her because I wasn't really in the mood to deal with it. So I blocked her, and I thought it was funny that she got butthurt over like a Medusa meme. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to Patreon.
Oh, I also
really wanted you to
I
think.
actually think she looks better in this Medusa picture than she does in real life.
You know what you're doing? You know what you're doing? You get those people on Instagram telling you to take something down that you posted on Instagram. What you do is you repost it on Twitter.
True. Well, I put it on my stories, and I said Natalie got mad at this depiction of her.
Repost it on Twitter.
Yeah, so I blocked her. I didn't even respond to her. I blocked her, and then I think she blocked me back or something. But
once you block her, she can't block you back because your page won't come up no more.
I don't know. Either way.
Yeah.
No, but if you block someone and they don't have you blocked, you can always go back and unblock them, right? But then so I blocked her. So I thought I would have the ability to go to her page and unblock her. But then today, which is the next day, I Googled Natalie 90 Day Fiancé Instagram, and I clicked the link to go to her profile after I had blocked her. And then when I went to click on her link, nothing came up. So it means she blocked me.
Yeah,
also, I didn't realize that you could block each other because I thought once you block someone's profile, it's unsearchable again. Like it won't come up anymore. You have to go on your block list to find it.
Usually, but even if somebody blocks you could still kind of block them back. So I think she blocked me back.
Oh, okay. Did you also see that she reported a post that Jamal posted?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
We talked about this last week.
She's like an Instagram terrorist where she like goes around Instagram, and if anyone says anything or posts anything about her, she goes and she like tells you to take it down. Like she's like the
Instagram Karen. The Instagram Karen.
She's like an Instagram Karen. Like I don't know what her problem is because if people are posting you or talking about you, that's good, right? Like because you're not currently on a show, you're not doing anything, you don't have a job. So it's like if people are actually like speaking of you when you ain't doing nothing, why are you telling people to stop? Because isn't that what you want? Don't you want clout? Like isn't that what you want? Like she's here, chasing clout. She ain't never had a job since she's been here. She wants clout, but then when people post her, she get mad.
Yeah, and me, my response to anybody that gets mad at me is we're just going to pretend like you don't exist. So,
or we don't negotiate with terrorists.
That too. Okay, so next topic. That was that topic. You can look at the picture on my Instagram stories or on Patreon member chat. Next topic is Veronica got engaged to her Persian man.
Yeah, so apparently Veronica's been with this man for like a long time. like Tiffany and her man long.
Like more than 2 years, because remember she was. And sometimes, George, when you say a long time, I gotta ask you in numbers, because a long time for you is like a year or two, right?
Yes.
Well, a long time for the real world is like anything over 5 or 10 years.
Oh no,
A
no,
long
that's
time
like
is not a year.
that's like a millennium. Like 5 to 10 years is
Yeah,
like a
because
millennium.
sometimes you say, well, I know this person for a long time. And I'm like, I got to calculate what George's long time translates to, because he measures his long times in months.
Well, okay, so I have. What's the best way to explain this? I have had friends in my life that have come and gone depending on like what I do for a living or where I am or what state I'm living in. So I could be friends with somebody for like a year and we were really, really close for like a year, but then I'll move to another state or we'll fall out. And then, so I would be like, oh, I was friends with them for a while, for like a year. Like a year is like a while. But then if I'm friends with somebody for like more than 2 years, that's a really long time.
Okay, see, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
2 years is not a really long time.
No, but like in 90 Day Land, 2 years is like a lifetime.
2 years
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like 2 years is like 2 seasons.
Yeah, well, for instance, like Kim and I have been friends for like almost 5 years.
Okay,
Like
now that's a long
time. For a really long time. So that's like my family. Angela and I have been friends longer than that. So like that's like my family. Like she know where I live. She like we close. You know, so like if people ask me how long we've been friends, I'm like, that's my family. Like I don't even know how many years. Like that's my family. I know that person. They know everything about me. I know everything about them. They text me at 3 a.m. and I'll answer. Like that's how long that is.
Yeah. So anyway, even though I don't think Veronica and I are necessarily like social media friends, to say the least, but congratulations, Veronica, nevertheless.
Oh yeah, congrats to Veronica. I don't have any ill feelings towards Veronica. I always thought that Veronica was pretty. And I always thought that she was not funny on Pillow Talk, but I don't have any anything towards her.
Yeah, the thing is that TLC flooded the market with Tim and Veronica, and now we're tired of them. So we don't even know how to feel. Like, are we happy? Are we sad? Are we tired? She was actually an okay person. I mean, if this is for her, I hope it works out. And Tim doesn't ruin her relationship like he does before with the other two. But I guess that was just for TV. This is real life.
Well, yeah, you mean the one guy with the herpes on his mouth?
Yeah, he did the herpes guy, and then he fucked up stuff with her and Jamal too. So I guess that was just for TV. But
yeah, but does Jamal and Veronica look like a match? That's what I always kept saying, because I was like, does that look like a match?
We, the viewers, the female viewers, were the ones that, and I hold myself responsible, because when Jamal came on the show, like just a brief cameo with his mom, I was like, oh my God, he's so handsome, this and that. And then all the ladies like, oh yes, he's hot. Oh yeah, this and that. Next thing you know, he's on the show. But anyway, I hope that this is for the best for her, and I wish her the best.
Yeah, I'm happy for her. She just sent her baby to college. So she got all the time in the world to be dicking him down. So girl, go do what you do.
I know, and Tim is not in her business no more.
Right?
So, yeah.
So she can do what she do. I'm happy for her.
Exactly. Maybe that's why Tim's been looking so glum lately. Right?
Well, this isn't a new relationship. So Tim he's known about it.
Well, George, you're like a Tim insider now. So does Tim approve of this guy or what?
Yes. I've heard nothing but good things about this guy, actually. And, when you're hearing it from people, I don't remember. He's Persian, right? He's Persian.
He's Persian, yeah.
I don't know, like if
Iran or Iraq.
Yeah, I don't know specific.
Iran.
Yeah, Iran is the Persian.
Yeah, but I've heard a lot of good things, like from people close to her. Nobody, sometimes I'll hear things.
It looks like a good match for her. Like
I was gonna ask you that. Do you think
good together? Yeah, they look good together.
Do you think he's attractive enough for her?
Well, I mean, her taste is he's the most attractive I've seen her with.
Okay. So this is like an upgrade.
This is an upgrade from Tim, Jamal, and Jason was the one, the herpes guy.
Oh, goo. You remember the name from back then? You know, I don't
Is it
remember.
Jason or Justin?
You might be
Justin.
right. Justin. No, Justin. Yeah, you're right. It was Justin.
That's the best looking guy I've seen her with, and this is real life. This is not pretend.
Yeah, and he gave it that like emerald, right, or some shit.
Yeah, some kind of a green stone. I think it was an emerald. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations to Veronica. We hope that you get dick down every night.
Yeah, no, Veronica, I can't remember.
Change the lock so Tim doesn't walk in on you.
No, I was gonna say, I can't remember if I have Veronica blocked or she has me blocked or if we both have each other blocked.
Wait, why? Why?
No, I don't know. I don't
discourse probably.
But I don't know who has who blocked, but at some point we should all be friends. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all should. We don't have each other blocked. And when her and Jamal were together, we briefly had encounters and conversations because, she entered into my circle. So I couldn't avoid her. And so we had a few disagreements because she came at me a few times where she was like screenshotting my tweets and sending them to Kim and Jamal and was like, this is supposed to be your friend and our friend, and he's saying all these things about me not being funny or whatever. But we never blocked each other. I think she called me one night really drunk and tried to cuss me out, and I think I cussed her out first. And then we hung up on each other, but we never actually blocked each other.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I have so many people blocked, but I don't really.
You can't even remember the reason.
I know, Shabooty, you got to stop blocking people because the best way to gauge what's going on is to see what your
that's my
thing.
So Shabooty, do you
what
have
your haters are saying?
Do you have a burner account? Because that's a good thing to say, Cap. Because you can't block everybody. Because how are you going to see everything? Do you have a burner account at least?
Well, if there's a gun to my head and the gun to my head said, "Go access people that have you blocked," yeah, I have a way of like.
Okay, because the only way to know what's going on truly is
like for example, if you're wondering like how am I so abreast of like Matt and Jasmine, basically there's a couple people who I don't know if they're Matt or Jasmine fans. I don't know what their deal is, but they screenshot shit and DM it to me, so that's how they keep me abreast.
Oh, I like the term abreast. I like the term abreast because Matt and Jasmine both have huge breasts. But yeah, I was thinking, I was like, you gotta at least have a burner account so you can at least see what people are saying. And not a whole lot of people have me blocked. And I don't block is like you're very like light on the block finger. Like
more so on Twitter, I'll block you for sneezing the wrong direction. But
see, I'm not like that. I get a little kick out of fighting with people. Captain, right? Don't you get a little kick out of it?
I think
that's what gets my juices flowing.
Like it depends. If it's political, that's when I'll block you for like in 2 seconds.
Oh well, I don't talk about that stuff. But like when people attack me for something that I say, I like to go back and forth. So
I love it.
I like to back and forth. Like with Dana and I, which is like Dana Palazzo, whatever fuck his last name is. Like we go back and forth and it's like humorous and he talks shit and I talk shit and I post it on my Instagram stories and like I like the back and forth with people that I actually respect. But if it's like some asshole that I don't respect, then yeah, I'll probably block them.
Well, I'll go a few rounds, but then once I get tired of you, if you don't stop like messaging or whatever, I'll ask you to stop and then I might block you. Because you know how you can't
I just let them tire themselves out.
Well, you can't just DM me on Instagram because it'll go to my message request. But once I answer you, it'll pop up as a notification. Like if I'm on Instagram, it'll show up. If you annoy me and you won't like stop after I'm done with you, I might block you. Or
I let them tucker themselves out. You know what? They don't know that I got nothing but.
You guys are like cats. You guys are like cats and like playing with the
yeah.
And then when I'm sick of it, I'll leave. Right?
I tell them, baby, I don't have a job. I got nothing but time. So you can keep going. You on your lunch break? I'm home. I got nothing but time on my hands. So
did you read the thing that I wrote to Dana, or whatever? Did you read the thing I wrote about Dana?
I don't know. What was it? I'm confused.
It was a back and forth, but I think the last thing I wrote, this is off the top of my head, I was like, this is like, because Dana's the guy who's like defends Jasmine, the guy married to Michelle or whatever.
Yeah, he's the dumbass.
Yeah, so we were going back and forth, and then I think the last thing I wrote to him was like, I think I said something along the lines of like, this is off the top of my head. I said like, Jasmine likes to suck toes and you like to lick boots. No wonder you two get along.
Oh.
Get it? Because he's a bootlicker and she likes to suck toes. Oh.
Yo, did he respond to that?
I think so, but I think at that point, I think when that
He's been blocked.
Wait, he's the one that
Yeah.
he's the one that angry messages you at 3 a.m., right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got all the time in the world too, clearly capping, because he'd be up at 3 a.m. defending Jasmine. Imagine getting up at the ass crack of dawn, and of all the things you could be doing, you're defending this bitch. Like, imagine all
You know
the
what's
positive-
funny? I have this thing that I wake up every day at 3 in the morning to go to the bathroom. Every day I wake up at 3 in the morning. And when I wake up to pee, I before I lay down, I look at my phone and I check my messages on Twitter.
Oh, wait, are you one of those people that be responding at 3 o'clock in the morning?
And if I see something that pisses me off, I respond back. So when you wake up in the morning and you see my response, I'll be ready. I'll be having my coffee. By the time you wake up 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I'll be having my coffee and I'm ready for you to answer back.
See, I don't check nothing on social media until like after 1 p.m.
Well, keep in mind, I have no job. I'm unemployed.
Yeah,
She's got nothing but time, like she said.
I got nothing but time on my hands.
Okay,
I got time. I got time and a charger.
Ready for the next topic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have to spend much time on this one. So I guess, and I hate to give this guy freaking promo, but I guess Sarper had a show in like Phoenix, and Rob was there with Josh, and then also that like last resort therapist, the guy who's a little effeminate. They were all at the like Sarper show, and then the fan sent me.
James,
yeah, and they're all at this Sarper like comedy show in like Phoenix, and a fan sent me the photo of like Josh, Rob, and the fan, and it's on my Instagram if you want to see it. So apparently everyone is showing out to the Sarper shows, and I hate giving them free promo.
Anyone surprised that Sarper's able to do shows across the country? Like, I know it's because he's on 90 Day Fiance. I get that. But like the idea that he's able to take 90 Day Fiance, because so many people have tried to use 90 Day Fiance as a stepping stone into something else, and it doesn't work. And it seems like Sarper has somehow managed to do the impossible, because he did the show, and I didn't like him. I thought he was an idiot, and whatever. But he's transitioned it into a comedy career that's actually working. And I'm just a little surprised because what's his name? Clayton has tried it. I don't know how it's going, but it seems like Sarper is making it go where he's around the world. Like, yeah. So anybody else surprised by that?
Like, I'm surprised by I'm not surprised that people will go out and see him, but I'm surprised by the reception. Like,
how many different places and states, right?
I'm surprised by the reviews. Like, the people like, yeah, and again, maybe he does have the professional comedy writers behind the scenes, allegedly, but the reviews, as far as the fans that go see him in person, like, yeah, he was actually really funny and I was entertaining and it was a good show. So like the people that DM me or send me photos and then it's not like negative, it's always positive. So they all had a good time. So.
Well, we got to dig deeper into those reviews because that could just be for social media. We got to find people who actually that are non-biased, that attend the show.
To be 100% honest, it might just be Shekinah from burner accounts.
Yeah, from burner and buying bots. You buy bots to say stuff. Because, I mean, he is charismatic to an extent. And his humor is he's kind of funny sometimes, but sometimes you lose the message in translation. But I would want to get a non-biased opinion on his show from people who are not 90 Day Fiance fans, or to see. And most of those people are people who just go out for a night on the town. They don't know who the fuck Sarper is, and they just walk in. Oh, you know what? Let's chill here. There's a comedy show or whatever, and they sit there and they don't have no clue who he is. Those are the people whose opinions really count.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. You're right, because if we're talking about a 90 Day Fiance fan, they already know what to expect because they watch the show, and they're not there because he's Whitney Cummings. They're there because I watched this guy on multiple seasons and I can take a picture with him after the $18 show is over. That's why they're there. So you're right. We need a real spy, somebody to go who don't know nothing about it and then just be like, hey, the second guy who came out, what did you think? And just get a cold review. right?
You're right, because it's like, as a fan, it's like you're just excited to see the 98 person you see on TV. You're not really objectively looking at for the comedy side of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want people's opinions who have no clue who Sarper is. Like I said, my sisters to a night to one of his comedy shows and tell him, you know what, sit here and then when it finished, tell me what you thought about it, because they don't watch 90 Day Fiance. No, I'm the only person that watches it, and my nephew sometimes, if he has nothing to do, he'll tune in because he used to have the hots for Chantel when she first started in her season, but then I showed him a
before
recent.
she started looking like a damn.
Then I showed him a recent picture. He was like, "Oh God, no!"
Yeah,
When I showed him the kissing her new girlfriend Ashley, I was like, "Hey, here's your girl Chantel." He's like, "Oh God, no! What happened? Oh my God, what happened?" So yeah, I would want the opinion of somebody who don't know who Sarper is.
Yeah,
Shekinah's probably spending all her Botox money buying bots on the internet to give them good reviews.
And it's funny because a lot of times you don't even realize you're being biased. Because I have a lot of friends, and some of them have they act, they sing, they put out music, they do different things, and I always go and support my people. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I love this or whatever. And then some of my other friends that are outside of that particular circle, they'll be like, play me their song, or show me their show, and then they'll be like, what the fuck you talking about? And I'll be like, what do you mean? And they're like,
yeah, you can't be. I mean, a real friend would tell their friends when their music sucks, George. So I think that you need to start being a little more honest with your friends.
I am very honest, but I am like a super supporter.
No, you can support the person, but you got to be honest too. Be like, listen, I understand you like to sing, but maybe you should just do it in the shower.
See, you're right. And I have friends that have won Grammys, and I have friends that probably never will. And I have to learn there's a difference. You're right. You're 100% right.
True. Are you ready for the next topic?
Yeah.
Wait, there's more? I thought we were
Yes.
We have a couple more. This one doesn't have to be anything like long, but anyway, did you see the Apple has this like AirPod thing where you could do like live translation?
Yes. I posted the AirPods and I tagged 90 Day Fiance, and I was like, when it first, because I was watching the promo on Apple TV, and then I saw that, I was like, oh shit, I gotta put everybody onto this. So I posted the earpods that translate in real time what people are saying.
But guys, those are not new. They had those translation earbuds were like out years ago.
Well, I know Samsung might have had it, but this is the first time Apple's doing it.
Yeah, this is Apple showing up late to the party, because these transition, or why do I want to say transition? These translation things, I remember seeing these 2 or 3 years ago. They were really expensive.
They say if you won't need, some people are saying you won't need to buy the new AirPods if you do the upgrade on the phone, the ISO upgrade, I think it is. You know how they send you your phone has to be upgraded to ISO 17 or ISO whatever.
I have that. I have that. So should I try it out? Wait, do you have that? You have to have AirPods already?
Yes, when you have the AirPods and then you upgrade your phone to the new ISO, I think it's on the later model phones. I think 14 and up or something like that, or 13 and up.
I think you have to have like AirPod Pros, I think.
And no, it's because what it goes is through the phone. The phone is what's giving you the sound, whatever. They will translate in real time, and then if you want to talk back, you talk back, and then the phone prints out what you're saying, and then you show it to the person you're translating with. But you can hear everybody around you that's talking in a different language in real time. It'll come into your earpods. Your earpods in English.
Do you think that this is gonna piss off the people who took the time to learn multiple languages? Because now that's a useless talent now.
Not really. It's good. I know who's gonna be pissed off. The ladies that work in the nail salons and hair salons that speak in their language when you're in there sitting in the chair, and they're just talking about your toes, or look at this one's feet and blah 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 in their language, and you're just sitting there thinking you're getting a pedicure, but they're dragging you all around the place.
Yeah, well, so where I live, there's a lot of Spanish speaking people. So every now and then, like, I'll go to Publix and I'll be like in the line, and there'll be like people all around me speaking Spanish. So just for shits and giggles, I'll open up the translator app on my phone just to see what they're talking about. And it's actually funny because usually they're not talking about nothing, but every now and then I'll catch them making fun of somebody or fighting with someone.
Yeah.
Or actually at one time I heard a girl telling her friend that she was cheating on her boyfriend with his brother. Which
You don't need to go far for drama.
Yeah, so
well, now you can do it without having to take your phone out of your pocket.
Well, right. I mean, I made it look like I was doing something else, but I just did it where you turn on the mic and everything that they said, it was just getting translated. But, I liked the idea of being able to have that. And I think 90 Day Fiancé, do you remember, oh my gosh, the late Ben from Ben and Mahogany, he went over there and he was trying to use his translator app. Remember, his phone didn't even work.
Yeah.
And they had the hardest time.
You know who's celebrating the translator earpods? My husband. He was like, "Oh man, I can't wait to get a pair because when I get on the phone with my sisters, we start talking Spanish." And he's there in the car driving, and I'm on the phone, blah, 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 and he's just driving.
Your husband.
He's like, I can't wait to get a pair. Now I gotta get all the dirt, so I gotta tell all my sisters, like, yo, if you see him walking around with these earpods in his ear, don't talk about him.
Wait, do you guys talk about him all the time?
Well, we don't say mean stuff. We just say like, regular stuff. Like I'll be like, oh, he's in a mood because I didn't cook this, and that, and I'm blah blah blah. Like I'll just do like little digs at him, but we don't go on.
You got to come up with code words now or slang.
Yeah, you got to do what
it might not pick up on slang though.
You got to do what us single language speakers do, and you got to speak in codes.
Yeah, no, and they say about the translation, you have to, I guess, slow it down so you can, because some languages people talk fast, so the it's not picking up the conversation as quick. So I think you can slow it down, like put in slow-mo, so it can process what they're saying, and then you get the translation.
True. Well, yeah, I look forward to trying that out. You ready for that?
Wait, I have a question. Is everybody here Apple? Is there any Android on the panel?
No, we're all Apple.
Oh, we're all Apple? Okay, good. So I don't have to say anything horrible about y'all behind your back. Okay, cool.
I guess I'll go on record. I pre-ordered my orange iPhone today.
Of course you did. We'll see when it arrives.
The super
in 6 months.
Slim one?
Yeah, the new one. Yeah.
They have one that's really slim. I think it's the.
Yeah, I didn't get the slim one. The slim one is the Air one.
Yeah, the Air, the iPhone Air.
No, I got the 17 Pro with the orange.
Oh, that's the one my husband wants to Pro Max.
Orange. That's interesting.
I think it's 1100. 1100.
Yeah, but I'm gonna. You know what I do is like. I trade in my old one and then I get like money back or something.
Yeah, you can do that. If it's in great condition, you get your money back for it.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I benefit from that because every time my husband upgrades his phone, he gives me his old one.
Mm-hmm. True. So okay, that's our Apple segment. The next segment this is more of a Gina question. Well, I guess George may know too. Gina/George, like when is Love Island game starting? And is it like once a week or is it like 6 episodes a week or something?
Oh, yeah. It starts like the 15th, I believe, and it's gonna be like 5 or 6 episodes a week.
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot, but
time goes by real fast when you're watching it.
Yeah, it's easy to get into. Okay, so the hardest part for me was getting through the first 3 episodes of Love Island because I think there was like 30 something episodes in the season. Yeah. Getting through the first 3 was really hard because I didn't know nobody's name and I didn't know anyone, and they kept bringing new people in it. And before I could learn,
please, you would be lost mid season. You'd be like getting people confused because they would bring in more people.
Well, you would learn people, and then they would kick people off and bring 7 new people. And I'm like, well, how am I going to learn 7 new people? Then before you can learn all the new people, they kick those people off and bring 7 more people. And you're like, I'm just going to call this girl the girl with the pink hair. I'm going to call this girl the girl with the big titties. Like, because I don't know what to call these people. Before I could even learn their name, they're already gone.
So is every season a whole cast of new people, or there's still leftovers from their old seasons?
Love Island Games is some people from all of the seasons, but Love Island the show, it'll be all new people.
I think I'll do the show all new people.
Like the Love Island Games consists of people from around the globe.
Yeah, from
that
all the
were
Love
on from all the Love Island. You have Australia, you have
Yeah.
UK, you have Netherlands. The guy
They have
Belgium.
one in Spanish, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spain.
I caught an episode one time of Love Island in Spanish, I think it was, when the girl was having sex with the other guy and then her boyfriend was running down the beach back and forth.
Like the games part of it. Like, are they actually going to be playing game? Like, is it like more?
Yeah, they'll do like challenges.
Oh, like challenges. Okay. Oh, maybe.
But the regular Love Island doesn't that have challenges too?
They
or what?
do sexual
do.
challenges where like you have to throw a ball, and then when the ball falls, you have to go stick your tongue down someone's throat and then go dry hump the person.
Okay.
Like they do challenges, but they're like
sexual challenges.
Yeah, they're like
yes.
Nothing actually, like no one is actually playing basketball or doing
chess.
Right. Like they had a challenge where they were doing baseball, so that you would hit the ball, and then first base you had to go and like fondle someone's tits, and then second base you had to go like smack someone on the ass and then dry hump them, and then third base you had to go kiss them for 45 seconds. But it was all different. But it was like all different people. Like
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you got my attention now.
And everyone is always like half naked, and it's an interesting show to say the least, right? Like if anything, you could watch it on mute and just look at the people. It's like, you know, when you were younger and you would turn on Cinemax on a Friday night, it gives you those vibes, right? Those vibes.
So there's going to be team and couple challenges, like on this Love Island Games.
I'll give it an episode.
Yeah, I feel like I missed the wave, and I don't want to be like missing the wave.
Yeah, I think I missed the wave with you.
Well, I think that the show has taken on a life of its own, and it's almost hard to ignore at this point. Like, you know how 90 Day Fiancé used to be easy to ignore, like before COVID, you could watch it and then you could tell other people about it and they were like, I don't care, I'm not watching that. It's almost impossible to ignore now, and that's kind of how Love Island is.
I feel like this past Love Island, as far as the phenomenon or the wave or whatever you want to call it it reminds me, and tell me if this is like, I don't think this is like an embellishment or whatever. I feel like it was almost like the Jersey Shore level of like blowing up.
Yes.
Jersey Shore.
Yeah. No, I don't even watch Jersey Shore anymore, and I love Jersey Shore, but I will watch Love Island. I can sit every day and watch Love Island.
I don't mean like present day Jersey Shore. I mean like this year's Love Island is like Jersey Shore season 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Jersey Shore, if you think about it, were like the pioneers of the reality TV show concept of being all in the house and all that stuff.
That was more real world, but yeah.
Yeah, well, those shows were the pioneers of this whole concept.
I think it depends on the era that you grew up in, right?
My daughter
what
used
you
to
were
watch Jersey Shore all the time.
Oh yeah,
I watched the show, and every time they came to town, like I remember Jay Wow and Snooki, they came to town to some club, and I showed up, right? Like I showed up to the club, I waited in the line to talk to them. Like I was fully immersed in the show. And then they would come back to town or the situation or whatever would come, and I'm like, I'm gonna go meet the situation. Like I was so I watched every episode. It definitely, Love Island is definitely that phenomenon. Like some of the people from the cast have come out here. I didn't go, but it crossed my mind. I was like, should I go? It wasn't Huda, but I think Jeremiah's been here a couple times. Or Nick and Erlandria, if they were to show up, I would go.
You would go.
It hasn't been the people that I want to go talk to, so I haven't went. But I think if Nick and Erlandria or Huda showed up, I'm gonna show up too. I think I would.
I've been hearing a lot about that Huda person. She's
Oh,
pretty
she
famous.
is. George, what's your word for her?
She's become pretty famous on the in the
What do you
social
call
media
her
world.
all the time?
Oh, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yep.
Yeah, she's cuckoo. I like her though. She's good TV.
She's more famous. Okay, she's more famous than any. She's more relevant than any 90 Day Fiance person. I'll tell you that.
Well, just appearing on Love Island for a week would make you more famous than any other 90 Day Fiance character that has ever existed.
True.
I think.
Shabooty, you're the one that told us to watch it. You said this Love Island is gonna before it even started, it's gonna blow up.
You want me to tell you how I knew that? And again, this is gonna get into like political territory, but part of it is there's a genocide in fucking Gaza, and then Huda is like Palestinian, so obviously she has a lot of support like from people that are pro-Palestine and shit. And that's what sparked my interest. I was like, yeah, she's pretty hot, and she's pro-Palestine. Oh, this is interesting, and I feel, and then that's part of like the phenomenon.
Oh, that's a weird. I never would have thought that.
You know what other show I think we missed the boat on? Married at First Sight.
Oh yeah, see, I don't have that network. I mean, I'm sure I could find a bootleg, but I don't have that network on my thing.
What's that? Lifetime.
Yeah, it's not on YouTube TV. It's Lifetime, but it's YouTube TV, which I have, doesn't carry that network or whatever. It's either A&E or
I know their seasons last like forever.
Yeah.
Sherry, oh my gosh, Sherry just brought something up. She says she loved watching the Osbournes. Oh my God. I used to watch, so the Osbournes, the Ashley Simpson show. I don't know if y'all watched it. She's a little white girl who's Jessica Simpson's sister. I watched that, and I also watched the Newlyweds with Nick and Jessica. I don't know what it was about that era, but we would watch anything that they put on.
Well, because the concept was new to us. Now, I didn't start watching reality TV until 90 Day Fiance aired.
Wait, so you didn't watch The Real World? You didn't watch...
I didn't watch none of that stuff. My daughter would watch that stuff because she's, that's her age group. When she was in her 20s and stuff like that. But the first reality TV show I started watching was 90 Day Fiance. I watched it from the first episode till now.
That's crazy. It's like you started at the final boss.
And I didn't get onto Twitter maybe till like season 4, 5, around there, because I had fell off for a bit, and then I picked back up when I saw the seasons were going to start again. So I probably missed like a season or 2, but I've been from the beginning. I've been watching. The season I missed. I was in DR, I think, when Anfisa was on.
Oh, well, that's a classic season.
Yeah, and then I came back at the tail end. And then
did you at least see where she threw the red makeup bag at George? Did you at least see that, where she was like, George, can you go get my red makeup bag? And then
I remember when I came back, it was probably on their 5th or 6th episode.
That was a classic season. Like, Anfisa there's certain people that built the foundation of the entire.
That set the tone. There's some people that set the tone. She definitely set the tone for Jasmine, and for being mean. The mean girl.
Anfisa walked so Jasmine could abandon her kids.
Yes,
right.
Yes, and Anfisa definitely set the tone for. This is how it really is, because we were only seeing and also Later. Remember Later? Later was a nightmare.
She still is.
She still is, but her season was like, I was like, oof.
That one, yeah.
That one I saw her season.
That season is. I've seen every single season. I've never missed one. And I told y'all the story of how I got here. Right, my dad brought a woman over from the Philippines, and he married her on a K-1 visa a year before the show premiered.
Oh wow!
So when the show premiered, and now backstory. The lady had a whole bunch of kids, and he brought all of her kids over, and her brother and her sister and her whole family. He got everybody visas. And so when the show premiered, my family was like, what is this? And my brother and sister were like, who are these people? Why are you bringing all these people here? So when the show premiered, 90 Day Fiancé premiered, I was like, oh my God, these people are living my life. Because it was like a twilight zone for all of us. Because we were like, what?
You know what's funny? When I started watching this show, I started thinking about all the people that I knew that could have benefited from that show that have done the 90-day thing.
That's so funny because my sister and I talk about this all the time. She was like, can you imagine if our dad knew that they were currently filming a show called 90 Day Fiance when he met his wife and brought her over here on a K1? Because she was like, we could have been Libby and Andre's family. Like, we would have been those people that wouldn't go away. Because
I think that if I would have known about the show when I was in my collarless days, like I was running around without a collar in the streets.
You're being ratchet.
If I would have known about the show, I definitely would have qualified because I've done some traveling. So I would have been like, you know what? I'm gonna hop on this show right here on this gravy train. I would have made good television. I'll tell you that.
I definitely think I would have been a really good supporting cast member because I said some really mean stuff to my dad's wife. They're still married, by the way. I said some really mean stuff about her, and it turns out that she wasn't as bad. We thought that she just wanted a green card and was to take him for all he was worth. And it turns out we weren't fully wrong, but we weren't fully right. But I think that if cameras were around, I would have definitely been everyone's favorite.
You would have been an asshole.
I would have been everyone's
think I would have
favorite
definitely
villain.
made for great TV if I would have hopped on when I had the opportunity to do so. I didn't go through with it, but I thought about like doing a K1 for somebody. But the feeling only lasted 9 days. And after the 9th day, I was like, after I got on the plane, I was like, you know what?
We gotta
ended.
We gotta get Manny Perez to make a movie of JLP's floozy days.
I would watch that.
There's not enough film in the world.
Wait, would it be a series? Would it be
it would be a series. a 7-season series. It'd be like Game
7,
of Thrones.
that's it? Oh, 7? 7 years.
They'll have to stop at 7 because it'll be so big that I will have to require more money.
Would it be like 70 Shades of Piccard?
Oof.
Or
with the NYPD.
No, 70 Shades of Lace and Leather.
Oof. No, I'm not into that BDSM shit.
What's something? 70 Shades of the holster.
Yeah.
And the handcuffs.
Yeah. Of law enforcement.
Yeah.
70 branches of law enforcement.
You could call it hard time.
George, it'll be 70 branches of law enforcement. 50 shades of badges.
Oh, okay. I like that one. I would watch this. I would watch it.
You would watch it, right? You'd be tuned in.
I watch Love Island. I watch anything.
Exactly it. Like, anything will entertain me besides, unfortunately, 90 Day. Anything is entertaining to me.
It would be even more funny since you already know me.
Yeah, like there was a reviewer that really liked last week's episode where you were like waxing poetic about a man in uniform. They got a kick out of that.
Yeah.
Did we get some fan mail?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it.
Captain, look at you getting fan mail.
It was funny because I follow a few Instagram accounts and they post pictures of hot cops from all over the world. And I started sending them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what's funny? Captain, I was scrolling through TikTok one time and there was, how they'll do like a thirst trap post and it was some lady who was walking down some street and there was like a cop and the cop was like buff and he had like dark black sunglasses on and he looked like that he only went to work as a cop and then went to the gym and didn't do anything else. And there was like this like sensual music and he was like walking and the lady was like lusting over the cop and I was like, ooh, insert Captain in this video because that's probably what you do whenever you walk and you see a hot cop.
You know what's funny? When I would meet people who are for some reason, and this is completely true, when I would meet men that were in law enforcement, I never met them in uniform. I would always meet them like in the clubs, in the bar. And for some reason, I would always find, oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a cop. Oh, I'm a detective. Oh, I'm like, what the fuck is it about me that attracts these people towards me?
Yeah, that is weird because I don't
I've
usually
never
run.
met them in only when I've in military, the military. When I did my tour in the military,
No pun intended.
when I did my tour of the military, those were uniforms. Those were 2 uniforms I collected. But then the rest was always undercover.
Okay, do you want to read the comment about JLP?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it says this is from ASAP Bree. It says this episode this is from this is about last Friday's episode. This episode was so funny. I love laughing with you guys. Haha. Captain is so funny with her civil service worker infatuation. I feel you on that authority feeling, sis. Haha. Can't wait to hear what you guys think about the new season. So that was about JLP. And then real quick, they had a comment about Liz, if you want me to read real quick. It says like, also, it's so crazy about the Liz situation. People really do get too comfortable with those that are kind that let me read it again. People really do get too comfortable with those that are kind, and it's messed up that she thought she could come at Shabooty like that. Yeah. That whole Ed Liz storyline was a mess that I never gave full attention to. She always be the waitress at the restaurant for me. Haha.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that.
And a little follow up. So, did you ever get the apology from her?
I have not heard back from her since that blow up, those texts where she was talking about shit. And I
Good riddance then. Peace out. Good riddance, boo boo. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Georgie probably blocked her.
Nah, I haven't blocked.
You know he's quick with that trigger finger.
Nah,
He is. Yeah, you do be blocking people real fast. You do.
I haven't blocked her, but I also haven't talked to. I also haven't.
So, does she still follow you?
As the last time I checked, but do you want me to check now to double?
Yeah, let's do a live.
double check.
Live check.
If she heard our special edition podcast dedicated to her, she probably would have blocked you.
Yeah, I was gonna say if somebody sent her the audio from it, she probably does not follow you.
She would have said something. She would have said something to Shabooty.
No, I'm gonna check right now, but I'm gonna say she still does follow me. But let me double check. You never know in this fucking 90-day world where everyone's all crazy. So let's check real quick.
Well, Shabooty was very careful with his words in that episode.
Yeah, he was quiet.
I was very diplomatic.
So she still follows you on Instagram.
You blew you.
Gina, what the hell? We were gonna do a drum roll.
Yeah, you like took my.
Sorry, my bad.
We got the Secret Service on here.
Read the room. We were gonna do a huge reveal.
I know what the fuck. Anyway,
I'm sorry. But what about Twitter?
Yeah, she still follows me on Twitter.
Oh,
She doesn't really use Twitter, but except to be on our Twitter spaces. But anyway, yeah, she still follows me. But yeah, that's what that is.
So
yeah, well, she won't be mad. She wouldn't be mad at Shabooty if she heard that episode because Shabooty was the most diplomatic.
Yeah,
I let my wolves get at her. I ain't say shit.
I don't think that she would. So Shabooty, here's the $1 million question. If Liz was to reach out to you and apologize for the way that she spoke to you and how she approached you, what would you do? I'm serious. Would you forgive her? Would you go on like nothing ever happened? Or would you be like, deuces? Like, how would you react to that?
My response would be basically my response would be like, I'm going to post whatever the fuck I want to post about Jasmine, and if that's not an issue, then hopefully we could still be friends. But if it is an issue, then yeah, we probably shouldn't be friends. That would probably be my response.
Oh God, I wouldn't even give her that. No.
Yeah, I wouldn't give her the grace.
I wouldn't even entertain that. I'd be like, bye, Felicia.
But guys, you have to remember they have history.
Yeah, they're friends and everything.
So Captain, say for instance, one of your good friends drunk text you out of pocket one night. Would you? And she eventually texts or calls you and apologizes. How would you be like fuck you, or would you be like, no, we do have history?
No, I mean, I'll be like, okay, well, now I know where you stand as far as, our friendship, because drunk people usually say the truth of how they
Yeah.
feel. So
Exactly.
So if you
That's
came
true.
out your face and called me a bitch when you were drunk, you must really think I'm a bitch. You just never been drunk enough to tell me.
That's true. You're right. That's truth. Beer is truth serum.
Yeah, alcohol and babies, alcoholics and drunks and babies always say the truth.
And I do want to say,
kids.
I do want to say,
kids.
Allegedly, I want to say allegedly, Liz could have been drunk when she texted because we don't know
She
that.
was. Look at the way all the misspelled words and
Well, that's
babbling
why-
on and tripping over.
That's why I thought it, but I do want to say allegedly because I don't know for sure.
Allegedly, that gave her the courage to step to Shabooty like she did. If she would have been stone sober, she wouldn't have did that. She would have said, oh, Shabooty, I think you should impose that. Take it down. She's so nice. She's so nice. No, really, Jasmine has a big heart. She's a really sweet person.
You know what I might do? Like maybe I'll wait a month or several weeks. But you know what I may do is like a month from now or something. Like on a Friday, when a Friday rolls around, and be like, "Hey, here's the Zoom link. You should come join us."
I really don't think.
That's a good idea.
No, here's my thing. I think that she definitely heard some bit or piece of that episode because somebody sent this to her because people are so messy. I think that she would be scared to come on because she knows Captain and me and Gina. I think she'd be scared.
Yeah, I do the same thing I used to do all the time when she come out. Just stay quiet and listen.
No, I would rip her new one.
Except for this time, when she says some shit I don't like, I'm gonna come out and say something. Before I used to just stay quiet and listen. But this time I'll just listen up until she until I reach my fill, and then I'll tell her how I really feel.
Captain, what if she came on and she apologized to the panel?
I'd be like, nah,
I would still tell her to go. Yeah, I'd still tell her to go fucking
you don't
fly
come
a
out here.
kite. You're
I tell you, you were double. I tell you, the problem is that you were double agent. You could have just came out and say you was a double agent, and we would have been like, okay, cool, it's a free country.
I just feel like she has the JDS, which is Jasmine Derangement Syndrome.
Yeah, you can't. This is reality TV. This is not even real life. You're gonna take it serious like that?
I don't want to get graphic, but this woman sucked Big Ed's dick.
I've always wanted to say that. I always want to say, listen, she will always, and I even posted that one time. I was like, listen, you always gonna be the person that slept with Big Ed.
And if that's not derangement, guys, I don't really know what is, right?
That must have boosted her longevity on the show because he humiliated her in every way possible. And she kept coming on our fucking podcast, wasting our time defending him. Wasting our fucking time. Oh, I'm only here for 5 minutes.
Well, that's because our podcast is amazing. How are you going to just be here for 5 minutes?
And 45 minutes later, she's still justifying Big Ed.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's go on to
I'm from that. See you next Tuesday.
Okay, I guess the next topic is strip club reviews.
Where are we going? Where are we off to?
Where do you think?
Well,
why don't you say the name?
Yeah, I need more than that.
Okay, do you want to know the city first or the name of the strip?
No, the name.
Oh, Wild Orchid.
Are we going to Texas?
It's close, but no.
Are we going to Louisiana?
No.
Arkansas.
Go more like west or something.
West. I'm trying to think what's the state of
west of Texas or something.
Oh, we're going to California.
You're a little too far west.
Texas?
Well, what's west of Texas that isn't California?
Washington.
No, that's way west.
Oh. Damn.
See, geography's not my strong.
Yeah, I know. It's Oregon, Washington, Colorado.
Oh, New Mexico. Yep. Iggy's right. It's New Mexico.
It's not New Mexico.
No, it's not New Mexico.
Probably close.
Um,
It's close to New Mexico.
Arizona.
No, but it's close to Arizona.
Okay, I give up. I give up.
Nevada.
Oh, Nevada.
I said Colorado. Isn't Nevada where Las Vegas is?
Yes.
Okay, didn't we do Las Vegas before? But this
But I'm
is a
assuming
different one.
This is in
this
Reno.
isn't. Is this Las Vegas or okay?
No,
So it's Reno.
Reno. We're in Reno.
Oh, we're in Reno,
Oh,
911.
and Reno is for the people who can't afford to go to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That's for
Right.
Vegas is too expensive.
Yeah. Okay. So this is Wild Orchid in Reno, Nevada. Are you ready? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready. We're okay. We're here. We're in Reno. I don't have a lot of money on me, so let's go. Let's do it.
Okay. Let me give a quick swig of my wine real quick. Give me one, like 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. All right. The first one, I don't even want a response because it's like one sentence. There's like 3 words. So I'm gonna read it, then we'll go to the next review. It's from username Paris is a hoe, and their review is Paris is a hoe.
Oh, so they made that whole account just because Paris is a hoe.
Paris a hoe.
Because Paris is a hoe. Oh, but the weird part is that's a 5-star review.
Wait, so her being a hoe is a good thing?
It's a 5-star review from Paris is a hoe, and their review is Paris is a hoe, 5 stars.
Okay, so that's
Paris
Paris.
turned out to be a hoe.
Yeah, and that's probably Paris's
It's a
murder
good
account.
thing. No. Yeah, apparently. Okay, here's a review from Franklin. Okay, 1 star. This is and hold your commentary to land. It says, I've been to this place twice. Worst possible stripper club I've been to. If there was a negative 5-star rating, I'd give that. These guys hire contractor strippers who are rude and obnoxious with a very low probability of finding the same stripper again. There's a $30 cover charge, which is way more than any other clubs. Both times I felt I've been ripped off instead of having a good time. Fuck this place, 1 star.
Oh.
$30 cover for Reno, Nevada?
That is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like I wouldn't even expect a valet parking. You just
I
park
didn't know you could contract strippers from other clubs.
Were you about to say hooker?
Well, I think
no, you can.
I think when they say contract, they mean like feet. Some of them might be
Features.
like feature dancers. Yeah.
Yeah, this happens a lot, Captain, where a popular dancer will get like passed around to different clubs.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know
or
how
they
have,
travel.
like,
They're traveling strippers.
It's like
It's
a
like traveling
nurse.
nurses.
Yeah, like you're a traveling nurse, but you show your tits. So you like go to different clubs.
I get it now. Okay, all right. If you're a sensation, then a lot of clubs want you, so they hire you to work there. Okay.
Okay, here's a 1-star review from Reno guy. It says, Orchid used to be a decent place. Now it's too expensive for the value. $30 cover, $30 lap dances, anal management. They must meet you at the door, glad hand you, force you to a table. The club used to have a lot of hot dancers, much less now. I met a lot of girls at other clubs who used to work at Orchids and hated it. Hated management, 1 star.
What it says about anal what?
He said anal management.
Oh, they manage your ass.
I don't know if
well,
managers are anal retentive or does they mean like
oh, that they're anal.
Yeah, that they're anal. Yeah, because the first thing I thought was, well, they should help keep your ass clean, right? Like you can't go out there.
They manage my ass. That sounds like a good spot.
No, I think the managers are just anal retentive.
Oh, they're just anal managers. Okay.
Yeah.
Cleared that up.
True. Okay. Yeah, because he says they meet you at the door and then they force you to a table or whatever. Okay, here's a. Oh wait, that was the same. And anyway, this is a 3-star review from Franklin. I don't know if it's the same Franklin or what, but here's a 3-star review from Franklin. It says silicone parts are made for toys. Sir Mix-a-Lot. If you like tiny girls that have their butt bones showing that when they bend over, this is your place. If you like real bad bitches, go to Fantasy Girls. Cover for Orchids is the same price as going to Fantasy Girls first and getting the 3-club hopper pass. I will say there were a few genuine women here, and the place was very clean, hence the 3 stars. 5 stars for cleanliness and a few cool chicks, but 1 star due to the fact that the drinks are more expensive to pay for the little Playboy girls that aren't even worth throwing bucks at. 3 stars.
So there's a 3 club hopper pass. That's kind of cool. Remember we were talking about the one club that made you buy a year membership?
Yeah, that was a place by near me.
Yeah, so I like the idea of a 3 club hopper pass. Like you can decide you don't have to go to the same club over and over. You can be like, oh, I ain't going to that one. I'm going to this one. You got a season pass to titties. Like I like that. That's cool.
Damn,
Like a
I
gym
learned
membership.
I learn
Yeah.
something new every day. Got actually membership to strip clubs.
Yeah, it's a 3 club hopper. You can go to any 3. You could go to all 3 in one night if you're feeling up to it. You can go to any of them.
Damn, I'm telling you, the times are changing.
You got to save that coin.
Yeah, times are changing.
True. Like Gina, there's this one reviewer. I keep seeing this name like in all of your recent reviews. So there's this guy named like Fuckery12, but I feel like I've said that like every week in the last several weeks. Do you recall?
So, yeah, he's been on a few other reviews back in the day as well, but I don't know if it's the same person or not.
Wait, could we have a XXX beast in the making?
Oh. Okay, well, let me read it. Let's see if it's let's see if it's eloquent enough. But this is Fuckery12, but I feel like I've definitely read a Fuckery12 review before, because who could forget that name? Anyway, here it's kind of long, so bear with me. This is the Fuckery12. His review says, meh. This was a better place last time I went a few years back. Now it's overpriced with watered down drinks and barely adequate women. $25 cover. It's Reno, not Vegas. Then once you're in, the women are a mix. Lots of silicone, but that's to be expected. I just expect better dancers who take better care of their bodies. Frankly, I've seen better at any club in the San Francisco area. The only benefit of going to a place like this is being able to drink while they women are getting naked. Oh, and of course it's topless only. I suppose I consider that a blessing given the caliber of dancers, but the absolute worst are the drinks. Under no circumstances order a mixed drink or a draft beer. Beer in the bottle only. I ordered a Heineken and I'm not sure what they gave me a glass of, but it wasn't a Heineken. Tasted more like something coming out of the wrong end of a mule. On the whole, a disheartening experience and not worth the money. I won't be going back. 2 stars.
So what is a Heineken that tastes like the wrong end of a mule?
It tastes like shit / piss. Yes, I don't know.
Yeah, probably tastes like watered
down beer.
Yeah, watered down that cheap keg beer.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah, it's just like ugh.
True.
So last week, the same username went into the strip club by accident at 6:30 p.m. on a Wednesday.
Oh, I remember because I commented on that because I was like, how do you accidentally go to a strip club? Because I was like,
So he went in last week and now he went in again willingly?
No,
Yeah.
last week it was to a different strip club.
Oh,
Yeah.
different
Wait,
strip club.
was
Okay.
the one last week in Washington D.C. or something?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so this guy gets around because now he's in Reno. So he's like an XXX beast. He travels the country and goes to different strip clubs.
Yeah, because that's quite a trip from DC to Reno. Anyway. All right, so ready for the next review. This is from Will. It says it says this club is horrible. The owner is cheap and tries to charge everyone that walks through the door, even his own employees, for radios and whatnot. Must suck to be going poor to do men's club and Goldfingers. What goes around comes around. Cammy, 1 star.
How do you charge your own employees?
I don't know.
For equipment.
I guess, yeah, I don't know. Okay, here's a one. This one's kind of long. 1 star review from XHXEXY. This person says, late afternoon, we stroll in to have a few drinks and watch the naked ladies. Walk in and almost get tripped by a black velvet rope. As we get deeper into the club, I notice there are 2 creepy looking dudes sitting at the bar and 1 girl sitting next to them. That's it, just 1 girl. No music playing in the background, nada. The lonely stripper girl convinces one of the creepy dudes to run across the street and pick her up a pack of smokes. A few minutes later, he returns with a huge smile like he just won some prize. Then the music starts up. The girl jumps on stage and dances for a few minutes, and then the music stops and she sits back down at the bar. I am immediately bored and want to move on in my quest for the best strip club in Reno. Before we roll out of the place, I decide to use the restroom. Dude, why are the restrooms down a big ass flight of stairs? When you've tossed back beer all afternoon like I have, it's a cause for a pretty lethal combo. I'm sure this place is cool after dark and on the weekends, but at the time I went, meh, 1 star.
They got the bathroom at the bottom of the stairs is like a dungeon.
Mhm.
And you get drunk and tumble down those stairs. You don't come back up.
It's a death trap.
Yeah, it is a death trap.
Yeah. Okay, here's a one star review from Kilroy. It says, "This club exists. This club exists pretty much to rip off the Reno tourists. Reno/Sparks locals stay far away from here. They charge a cover in the middle of the afternoon when they should be paying people to come inside. If you want the usual, hi, I'm from Cleopatra. What's your name? So you want to dance bullshit 10 times in a row? This place is for you. 1 star." Here's a one star review from Scott. It says, with a $20 cover only 4 dancers that don't get fully nude, we sat at our cramped table getting bumped by every person trying to get by and spending $14 a drink. Don't even bother. You could get more action in the city with a 6-pack and a candy bar. 1 star. Okay.
$20 cover. Oh my, okay.
Some people said $20 cover, some people said 25, and some people said 30, but yeah.
I'm thinking it varies by the night. Like if they have one girl that isn't ugly, it's 30. Or if they just got the Monday night crew, it's 20.
Or it depends on when you get there, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. George, you made me spit out my wine.
Why?
Why?
What did he say?
He said it depends on the night. If they got an ugly girl, it's less.
Well, doesn't that make sense? If they know that they're not working with
one girl there, they were going to charge like $25. But it's much to me.
Yeah. That's facts only. Anyway. Okay, this is a super long review from Ass and Tits 5. I feel like we've heard from Ass and Tits 5. Not
Yes, we have.
Ass and Tits 4. People.
That was the same joke that you said.
I know, that's why. Somebody like one of our super listeners loved that joke last week or whatever it was. So that's why I had to re-say. Anyway, here's Ass and Tits 5. Not to be confused with Ass and Tits 2. Anyway. Okay, here's a review. It says, not like other reviewers, this place was not worth the money. They've required you to pay out. Cover charge starts at $25, though you can talk down to in a larger group. The girls are okay by most club standards, not overwhelming head turners, but you won't be disappointed either. The major disappointment for us was the quality of dances. First of all, they danced so robotic that it was like hearing T-Pain using auto-tune. The girls did the same routine over and over and over. Not even a slight change in how they danced or tried to entice you. Here's a free tip for all the dancers there. If you want a person to give you money, make them feel like you're worth giving the dollars to. It was one of the few places we spent more money on the drinks than the talent, because the talent was talentless. We had more fun at Fantasy Girls up the road, and the dancers were considered a dive and the girls trash, but I bet you they make out better than this place. Reno doesn't really have any real decent places to go to for talent, but I recommend staying away from this place unless all you want to do is spend money on overpriced drinks and robotic dances. 2 stars.
Robotic dancers. I like the T-Pain auto-tune reference. I recently saw T-Pain in concert, and he definitely uses a lot of auto-tune, so I like that.
It would have been funny if he would have said a Soldier Boy auto-tune.
Mm-hmm. You mean from 90 Day Fiancé? So.
Yeah, 90 Day Fiancé Soldier Boy auto-tune.
True. All right, this review is from Ryan 123. I went last night. They charged $25. Girls were okay, but a lot of them didn't know a lot of the pole moves and just crawled around. Maybe they were tired. One girl kept yapping to me how her baby was at home. She didn't want to dance that night, and would I please buy her a drink? What? Ew. 2 stars. What do y'all think?
He said she was just crawling around the floor.
Yeah,
Well,
she
can
was
you read
gathering her
that?
babies at home.
Can you read that again?
The whole
I
thing.
was typing a comment and I missed the last part.
Okay, I went last night. They charged $25. Girls were okay, but a lot of them didn't know a lot of the pole moves and just crawled around. Maybe they were tired, laugh out loud. One girl kept yapping to me how her baby was at home. She didn't want to dance that night, and would I please buy her a drink? What? Ew.
So wait, okay, I definitely missed that. So they were crawling around the pole. They didn't use the pole, and then was the girl's baby at home alone, or was it like there with someone? Like I have questions because now I'm wondering if she just left the baby at home because she didn't have anybody to watch
God,
it.
George is killing me.
Like I have questions.
I don't think she went to babysitter details. I don't even know.
I mean, to
The
say like
baby alone?
I didn't even want to dance tonight. My baby's at home, and I'm like, with your mom, or like, what do you mean? Like, is
Was
the
the baby? That would have definitely been my question,
right?
If she
I'd be
around
like,
me and she's like, my baby's at home. I would have been like, who's with the baby?
right? That's the first place my mind went because I was like, so you just left it at home, like legit? Like, do you even have a cat? Is the cat watching it? Like, who's watching the baby?
Maybe while you're getting a lap dance over your shoulder is the baby monitor.
Oh, that is true. They make them with the longer reach.
Radius.
Yeah, that could be true. I mean, I remember I was watching Love and Hip Hop, and the one girl, Drea, they were dragging her because she left her baby at home while I don't want to say her baby. It was like her 11 or 12-year-old son at home while she was stripping, and they dragged her up and down the boulevard, and she actually left the show because she couldn't take any more dragging. She left the show.
Oh, by the way, George, I think it's the third week in a row we're doing this to you. Apparently, that one with the baby at home was the last review we had, and we didn't give you a heads up.
Why not? It was a good last one, but I need the heads up. I didn't know that we were at the end.
I didn't know either until I tried to swipe and there wasn't anything there. I should probably check in the future.
Yo, can we like mark the last one like that says last one at the top, so just so we're warned?
Yeah, maybe we gotta figure out how to do the last. We gotta give a warning of the last.
Yeah, it was very good because I didn't know if we needed to call CPS. I didn't know the situation, but I didn't know that was the last one.
Well, I've posted some pictures of the venue in Patreon. So if you'd like to take a look, you're more than welcome to. Captain, I got you. I will send them to the group chat.
Wait, Captain is in the Patreon.
Yeah, but she said last week or whatever she's trying to figure out how to navigate through both Zoom and Patreon.
Gina, don't listen to anything they say. Just send it to me like you.
Oh, it actually. I like the statue. I like the naked lady statue.
It's not bad for Reno, right?
I know. This is very Vegas-ish. It's Vegas adjacent. It's not bad, and there's like 4 poles. Like this is very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait, 3 poles. My bad. That's not a pole. 3 poles. That's still nice, but I mean, if they're just crawling around them and not dancing on them, I don't know the purpose of all those.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very nice club, and then picture the strippers just crawling around telling people about their babysitting.
Well, the strippers must be making more money if they're because it's linked to a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they're strippers 2.0.
True.
I would presume they'd be doing other things besides stripping in the hotel, which I've added here.
Yeah, strippers.
Patreon as
Wow,
well.
this is really nice. It actually has like a Caesar's Palace look to the outside. This is nice.
I'm sending it to the group chat as well.
It kind of looks like the brick part at the top was there, and then they built the white part after.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a banquet hall.
Yeah, you're right. It looks like a hotel banquet hall.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not what I imagined. I was kind of imagining a barn. So it's not what I imagined.
True. All right. Well, yeah, by the way, I hope people are happy with this episode because it's a throwback to our like Twitter spaces because we've done like 3 hours and 17 minutes.
Jesus.
Oh, really?
Oh,
It's been that long?
But
Because we started right at 10 on the dot, and it's 1:17. 10, 11, 12, 1, 1:17, right? 3 hours and 17 minutes.
well, we had the special guest, so that made the time fly by quickly too.
True.
Well, I feel like this was a good episode. And we definitely had extra material because we had to recap the other way, which we don't typically do a full-on show on Friday because we usually do a Sunday and a Monday show.
Yeah.
So I did a live on Monday that went way over. And so it's my fault. So if anybody was upset, it's directed towards me. By the time I finished the live, and it was too late for us to even do our show. So it was my fault. But that won't happen again. My lives will be at 10, and then our show will be at right before 11. So, but there was a whole issue, but I apologize. Oh, Cocco says she missed the special guest. The special guest was Manny
Perez
from, I don't have time to name off the hundreds and hundreds of TV shows that he's done, but he's like, if you hear his voice, you automatically see his face. Because when he started talking, I was like, oh my God, I can see your face. Like, I was like, when he's that famous that when he started talking, I knew exactly what he looked like. And I was picturing him in every show and movie I've ever seen him in.
Yeah, even if you don't know him, once you listen to the interview, you're gonna learn a lot. And he's a talented writer, director, actor, and he has like, it's one thing to make one movie, but he did a trilogy, which means like you have to be successful to get investors to do a trilogy. You know what I mean? So his movie called La Soga, but they have La Soga 1, 2, 3. And it's on Amazon. The Soga 3 is on Amazon Prime. The Soga 2 you might have to pay for on Amazon Prime, but the Soga 1 should be on look on Tubi or Amazon Prime.
Yeah, he said Tubi, you should be able to find it.
But yeah, so he's not like a one-hit wonder where he made one movie. He's getting investors and he's done a trilogy, and he's super talented, not just writing and directing and filming his own movies, but he's also an actor in a bunch of shows that are like mainstream, like New York City based shows. Like
like
Blue Bloods,
Law and Order,
Blue Bloods, New York Undercover.
Yeah, like all of the really good cop shows, he's got a role on it. So, and it's just crazy because I was like ready for the interview and I was excited, and then I was like, I wish I would have saw this movie everyone's talking about. Then when he started talking, I was like, I know this man already. I don't even need to see that movie. I already know this man. I could see his face through his voice, and that's how many shows he's been on. His voice is that recognizable. It's like when you hear Ryan Seacrest, you don't got to see him. You know it's Ryan Seacrest. It's like that. I knew exactly who it was.
Yeah, so this was definitely an action-packed episode where we had a celebrity interview to start the show. Then we did the recap of The Other Way, which was like special, and then we had all of their tea that was going on. So yeah, it was a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, this was a big tea drop episode as well. So if y'all didn't catch all of the hidden tea drops, make sure you listen to the replay. Somebody said that they missed the interview at the beginning. So yeah, the interview will be in the replay. So you can hear that interview. And I like these fun little pop-ups, and we're like mixing in some mainstream, into that. So, you never know who's gonna show up. And I think that's what makes it so exciting. You never know who's gonna join the party. So you just have to be there.
True. And then, oh wait, hold on, let me see what Iggy just said. She said something about me and wine. Or I don't know what happened.
When you went to go have a sip of wine before the strip club
it
review.
depends on how much wine Shaw had over the last 3 hours. True. Oh no, I was gonna say one final note is like, again, we didn't really talk about it too. We touched on it like briefly, subliminally, but as far because like with George and I and all of us and doing Captain George and all of us actually, like, I mean, we're like social media mavens, and this was a very not weak. This was a very weird week as far as like social media goes with all the like news shit going on. So it was hard, like it wasn't a week where you could like post like goofy memes. So it was nice to get back to some normalcy and a fun podcast with this weird news week.
I agree.
That's one of the things I like about my timeline. I have a lot of followers that share their political views on other pages and stuff like that, on other hashtags or whatever. But when they come to my page, it's strictly 90-day or love after lockup business. They leave all that shit. They check all that shit at the door. And that's a relief to finally get a break from, you scroll on Twitter and all you see is the same shit over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know. The only drama I want to know is if JK knocked up Brooke and if he was sleeping with Alex. That's all I want to know, right?
He was indeed sleeping with Alex, and
I
Brooke
know,
did not
right?
get knocked up.
Yeah, that's the extent
next
of it.
week we got to touch a little bit on Love After Lockup. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you're right. This season is actually really good. There's a girl who is about to get arrested who's not the criminal for slashing somebody's tires. Like,
yeah, there's a lot of more realistic drama, and these folks these people are not on script. These people are off the script, off the reservation, off anything.
True.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think we should end it on that note. Let's give a shout out to like the people that are hanging in with us live, which is Cocco, Puff, Davey, Iggy, who's a big George fan. I know Iggy's a big George fan. Lana, obviously, who's the GOAT. Pineapple Girl, who's like, we love your sweet comments. And Sherry, who's our Canadian friend, who's amazing. And Sophia, which is like, if it's the Sophia that I think it is, who's like the super hot stripper in Portland. And I think, so yeah, those are like our super live listeners.
Yeah.
Oh, Iggy says she's a big fan of all of us.
Oh, we love you, Iggy. We love all our followers. We love all our listeners.
We love you all of you, for all of the support, listening to us, sitting here for hours as I ramble and don't let nobody else get a word in edgewise. I appreciate it.
You were killing me. You were killing me on those strip club reviews. I had to mute myself. I was laughing so hard.
Well, Captain, I say the first thing that pops in my head. I don't think about it. I don't filter it. I'm just like, so who was watching the baby? Was the baby just at home by itself watching a Family Guy?
I could picture you in the club telling her, who's watching your baby?
Right? I'm supposed to be looking at her titties, but I'm like,
you're like, wait. Come over here.
Baby okay?
Baby.
Can I call CPS?
Well, right. I'm like, do we need to go make sure the baby is alive? Like, what's going on? Like,
should we do a welfare check?
Right. I'm like, put your titties away. We gotta go check on the baby.
True.
I gotta go.
Wipe your asshole, Gigi dancer. We gotta check the baby.
Yeah, we gotta check on this baby.
True. All right. Well, I think that's a good note to end it on. A Gigi dancer skid mark joke.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's 1:25 a.m., so I guess I'll do my little outro. Thank you. I'm going to end it now. Thank you, everyone, for listening to 90 Day Fiancé Fridays on
Friday.
Friday into Saturday. Thank you, everybody.
Peace out,
Thanks.
everybody.
Have a good night.
Night.
Bye.